Yo, 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 what is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of The Gods Cancelled, episode 10, Infiltrating the Gods with me, of course, your host, Chris G, and the homie, Filipino Champ. What's up, Champ? How you doing?
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's good, guys?
Actually, before we start, real quick, what do you do with your background every time? You just what do you have? Do you have like a bunch of just pictures and, and you just decide which one to use?
Okay, so as you know, I'm working. This is the settings of my webcam for my work, right? Because in the tech world, everybody that works like remotely on some off days, they have all their webcams are like, webcam settings are like this. So I just kept like that. So now every time I turn my camera, it's just like that. I get to pick it, but I wanted to actually have the Marvel training room. But
That's definitely a good background for sure.
that's a good background, you know? So, yeah.
But yeah, so what you been up to this week? Anything new? Just chilling?
See, I've been contemplating on which game I need to focus on like the percentage of effort. Like, obviously, I'm working, I got side hustle business, whatever, but I also want to play. But I'm thinking, like, okay, do I put 50%, 60% on Marvel, 40% on Street Fighter 6? What do I do? Do I put 90% on Marvel or 90% on Street Fighter? Or like, so I've been trying to figure that out, but I'm trying to also figure out the logistics on where I should train, who should I train with, kind of like that. And then, so far that's what I've been thinking about.
Oh yeah, you already know my answer. I already gave it last week, and I'm gonna give it again this week, and I'm gonna give it again next week. It's all Street Fighter 6. I'm going like 80 20,
Like,
80 10 maybe. Street Fighter 6. I'm all in.
okay, so I also have to look at it based on reward. Because obviously Evo is not the million, obviously. So not about the money on that spot. Okay, so I don't really use that as a motivation to train. I have to train because I love it. So I actually excel. So I was looking at it like, okay, there's gonna be a lot of diminishing returns if I put all my eggs in Marvel, just because of if I train for Marvel and then sure, let's say I win or do good, right? Like one or like, whatever, one or the other. After that Evo, there's a huge chance that Marvel 3 might not come back in the following year. So that means that effort that I put in is gonna go to waste, right? But in the same time, but I don't think it improves any of my resume or legacy in Marvel 3 anyways, at all.
Yeah,
So,
I wonder too, right? Because it's like if you were like, all right, I made top 8 at Evo this year
mhm,
for Marvel. It's like, okay, so you got top 8 or top 6, right? Obviously, for those that don't know, again, it's only top 6. Uh, like, what did that mean, right? What would that mean? Like, you either got top 3, or honestly, it's just like, damn it,
it
I
doesn't
should have
change.
focused. Yeah, I should have focused on a lot of other things. Mainly Street Fighter 6 or
Um,
a lot of the games that are going to stay, right? If Marvel, honestly, if they would have been like, all right, Marvel's gonna stay at Evo for this year and next year, I would have been like, huh. All right, now it's worth, right? Like, like if I keep putting the time right now, I'd be rewarded for next year as well. So it's a little different.
and I'm also thinking, like, which one is easier? I do think like Street Fighter might be easier.
Especially after 2 months, you have 2 months to be good, and then Evo happens.
Like,
It's gonna be a slobber knocker if there ever was one.
I- because okay, as you know, unfortunately, this is how fighting games work, guys. Newsflash. If there's a new
Newsflash.
game, the most talented ones excel excel way faster than the rest of the field, right? Obviously, I'm not saying I'm the most talented at all, but I'm definitely one of the people who learn fast in fighting games. So I have a huge edge in that regard. But at the same time, it's also the other talented players, the fast learners as well. But I feel like also the time that I put in the Street Fighter, it will carry over for the next 2 or 3 years, right? And like in Marvel, uh, it ends that day, right? So I'm thinking like, okay, which one? But obviously, I'm not saying I'm not playing Marvel. I'm just saying I need to divide my time accordingly, like, really structured. I mean, as you guys know, I'm a maniac, so I kind of structure everything. Like I usually do this like kind of crazy. So like I would set my alarm at like, let's say for instance, like I have a training session with like also have a side hustle, which is like my side business, and then I also have a job. Let's say I'm gonna wake up at 8 a.m. so I can like stretch a little bit, eat my breakfast, fucking work on my business, and then work a little bit, and then I would take a break at like noontime. Then I'm gonna train from like 1 all the way to 8, then take a fucking break 1 hour there, and then play a little bit, watch videos, and then relax, and then sleep around 12 and repeat, right? Kind of like that. So I usually plan my schedule accordingly, that one, right? So if I can't have a plan, that means it's not good for me. I mean, that doesn't mean that that's the only way to succeed in fighting games. I'm just saying, like, some people are just different. So I'm like that. So that's just how I work. Not everybody's like that. Eduardo's not like that. Chris is like that. Justin's not like that. I don't think Tokido is like that.
Yeah, definitely Tokido. I mean, if we know someone that's a machine, is definitely that guy. That guy is ready at all times. If he had to play at 5 o'clock in the morning, he would probably go to sleep at like 5 p.m. and then wake up 2 hours before, so 3 a.m. and then work out or exercise or something. Mm-hmm. Like, he's ready.
Yep. But insanity.
That's what happens when you're good. But speaking of good, speaking of Street Fighter, also I got this nice San Francisco jersey over here. It says Street Fighter 5. I forgot the company that did it, but speaking of Street Fighter, we have one of the greatest to ever do it. We have, what is he, five-time Evo champion?
Just call him the GOAT.
Just call him the GOAT. The one and only, he got 2 wins Street Fighter 4, 2 wins Cross Tekken, or a win? No. Something like that. God damn it. And, he is the 2019 Samurai Showdown champion as well.
It's going to take us till midnight if we're going to highlight all his accomplishments. I'm just sorry. Like, he won the car.
Yeah, he won everything.
25th anniversary. He won both games. Like, he won the 2v2 Evo. He won the 1v1 Evo for Cross Tekken as well. Like, come on. Like, it's just gonna keep going. Like, so, Infiltration is so insane. Me and Ricky talking about Infiltration the other day. We're like saying, like, if there's one person, if Infiltration was allowed to play Street Fighter 6 at Evo this year, he's gonna win. Because he's by far the fastest learner out of anybody that I've ever met. Okay, like, there's a lot of people who's fast learner, but Infiltration is super fast learner. He's so insanely.
I forgot all about the car.
Bro.
My man got the car.
Bro, Infiltration is so good.
But yeah, okay, so he got 1 Street Fighter 4, 2 Cross Tekken, 1 Samurai Showdown, 2 Street Fighter 5? Oh, Evo Japan, right, okay. Yeah, he got
That's even harder.
My man got it all. He's
Evo
the winner.
Japan is harder than normal Evo. I'm just letting you guys know that, okay? Like, like at Evo, you got some pools, which is a bunch of fucking easy players that you're gonna fight. And up-and-comers, I guess, I'm sorry. Recreational players, not pros, not semi-pros. In Japan, you're only fighting, like, pretty real ones. Look, Tokido loses in pools in Japan, Evo Japan. Like, I'm just saying. I'm letting you all know that. So that's how crazy Evo Japan is.
For sure. All right, we're going to try to get Infiltration in. Just trying to get him to jump in real quick. Oh, I guess maybe he's not paying attention.
All of Asia is there, too. So it's going to be so crazy. All, like, the DCQs, the Gen, you see, like, they're all being there. Like, the thing is, some of them you just don't get to see because it's a bloodbath over there,
Yeah. I'm trying to get them both in. They just need to Literally jump in the call.
They
Hold on,
jumped in,
there
right?
you
They
go.
jumped in.
Oh, they are in? Oh, snap, I'm done.
Mhm.
Oh, what is
I'm
up,
ready.
Infiltration? How are you
Hey,
doing?
Gee. Yeah, I'm good. Good to see you guys again.
It's definitely, it is
Yeah, like
great seeing you. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
All right, for those that don't know, the other person in the call right now is his name is Marco, and he will be helping to translate for Infiltration. You know, at times when things get a little iffy, and he does need to explain himself a lot better than just using his English. But yeah, Infiltration. So, first things first, what you been up to, man? How's life been?
So far everything, yeah, so cool. Everything, yeah, doing all right. I'm very well. So I just hope you guys doing well. Still love playing fighting games. I'm still love FGC, my old FGC friends. Yeah, I'm doing well.
That is awesome. Oh wow, I'm having camera difficulties. But quick question, right? Since Champ just mentioned, what did you do with that car that you won?
Give me a second. Marco, he
Oh, I didn't hear the question right. Sorry. Can you?
What did he do with the car that he won? Since someone just mentioned it.
그 저번 토너먼트에서 그거 자동차를 파셨다는데 그거 가지고 어떻게 하시는지 궁금해하시네요.
yeah. You mean that Street Fighter 25th anniversary car, right?
Yes.
11 years ago, maybe?
Mm-hmm. 10 years
Yeah.
ago.
10 years ago? What? No, it's 2012. So 11 years ago. It's so long.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah, by the
crazy.
way, yeah, I got that special car because I won Cross Tekken at 25th anniversary. So I got that car in 2013, maybe June or July. Whatever.
Okay.
But the car was not normal car, like kind of sports car. So the car is very low. It's not that good to driving in my city in Seoul. So
Yeah.
I
makes
got
sense.
I had a lot of problems.
Oh damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
The one and only Street Fighter car.
Yes, I had to do it. I sold out this car. Yeah, I sold.
Okay.
I would too. I would too. For sure. And also, do you have to pay taxes for the car?
Yeah, a lot of.
Oh, God. I knew it already. Because, like, usually the import tax is like, what, 25% of the worth of the car?
Yeah, you're
Damn, like that?
Yes.
Oof, that is awful.
And that's like not like you have to pay like monthly. No, you're paying that lump sum, okay?
Yeah.
Oh God, that's such a
No.
headache for sure.
That is definitely awful.
Yeah, but that memory was amazing because that car was very special. Yeah,
Mhm.
I enjoyed with the car. So good
Should-
memory.
Actually, now that I think about it, you know, technically it is a trophy, right? You can kind of put it in a giant display case and just be like, look, this is what I won. This car. I don't use it, but it's just there.
Okay, I just want to say this, okay? This is honestly with all my heart. If I would have won that car or a car from a fighting game tournament, right, with a bunch of stickers, I would make a video about it. I'll get a bunch of editors, you know, producers, and then I would want them to, you know, create some content around it that I would burn or explode the car, you know, like it will be so cool, like because I don't really care about the car. I have cars already. Who cares? Like, I'm just saying, like I would love to do that. Like it's just for fun because in my mind I already won the whole thing. Who cares?
Actually,
You know,
now
it's
that
free.
I think about it, you
I would just blow
probably
that shit up.
could. You probably could raise money to Street Fighter the car. Just jump on it. You just start swinging at it with a hammer.
Or
I'm
like
pretty
I
sure-
would do a sledgehammer. It would just like the amount of content you get out of it. It would be great. But then again, the other side of it would have been I could have just donated to charity, which that was also a same good decision as well. I mean, I'm not saying the other one is a good decision, but I don't mind donating it to charity as well. But then again, I don't want the manager of the charity just takes the car and just use it for personal use, you know. I kind of, you know, at the same time, maybe it's better to sell it and just donate the proceeds to charity for
Yeah.
breast cancer or something. That would
Selling
be
it
awesome.
definitely was the move. But yeah, Infiltration. Have you been playing anything lately? I know that Zato has been kind of crazy in Guilty Gear. How's that been going for you?
Yeah, you're right. I'm playing Guilty Gear Strive very serious because I love the game. I was one of the big fan of Guilty Gear, the series. Yeah, I don't know you. I'm not sure you guys know. I played almost every fighting games, even Tekken, Virtua Fighter, KOF, every games. But I had no time, so I focused to play Street Fighter 5 and Guilty Gear Strive. But Street Fighter 5 is over, unfortunately. So just playing Guilty Gear Strive and looking for a new main character.
Okay. So speaking of older games, right? You say you just played a whole bunch of games. Most of the world knows you as the Street Fighter god, right? Evo win Street Fighter 4, Evo win Street Fighter 5, Evo win Cross Tekken, right? But it wasn't until we saw you, right? Because again, we know you're just good at video games. We know you're good at fighting games. But we didn't know just how good you were until Samurai Showdown. And you just came through, destroyed everybody, right? So, when did you start? What games did you actually play growing up?
I just say before. 일단 영어로 한번 해볼게요. Yeah, I played when I was younger, maybe teenager, maybe 11 years ago. No, 11 years old, 12 years old. I met Sam Show, first one. Yeah, first the Sam Show. So I got shocked
Okay.
because the game was so too much blood and too brutal, and the game design, music, everything was so good. So I love Sam Show. And 2019, we got new Sam Show. Also, they announcement about the Evo 2019. So yeah, I'm gonna play this game very serious to get money to back to FGC, and then I won. That's it.
All right, all right. So,
It's too good. It's insane. It's too good. I'm telling you, like, okay, I didn't need him to win Samurai Showdown for me to know that he's good in fighting games. We knew that from the gate.
oh, for
Okay,
sure.
Infiltration was so good. Okay, like, look, like Infiltration shows up at Evo 2010. I saw him there, and he gets third place. Okay, he gets third place. And mind you, during that time, the Korean fighting game scene for Street Fighter wasn't that. I mean, we only knew Punko because of the GameStop tournament. Okay, but then Infiltration showed up there, and then with Punko, you know, and so it's like, what the hell? Who's this guy? Infiltration. But then he got so far and beat everybody. So it was kind of like insane. Like when I saw that, you know. So we knew he was really good after that. And then after that point, it was just like a string of like high placings, winning Evo. Like it's just crazy. Every Street Fighter, and not to mention the amount of characters he's mastered in Street Fighter 5, in Street Fighter 4. Right, in general, like, was insane. It was unheard of. Like, who did that?
Speaking of Street Fighter and a lot of characters, Infiltration. I was actually going. So I'm wearing a Street Fighter 5 shirt right now, right? But I was going to wear. So I'm looking. I was like, what am I gonna wear for today, right? For Infiltration, and then I looked at the pile of clothing and I was like, I know what to pick. I'm gonna wear my Chun-Li shirt. And then I was like, nah, screw Infiltration, man. He beat me with Chun-Li like 3 times. Like, so Infiltration. One big question. How do you learn how to play multiple characters at such a high level?
How to explain it?
Because everybody has at least one, and then a pocket character, right? The character you play to counterpick. But we've already known you've won tournaments with like 14 different characters. How does that happen?
Mike, my answer is it's up to game. In Street Fighter 4, I played a lot of characters in the tournament. Rolando, Hugo, Shoulders, Chun-Li, DiCaprio, Jury, over 20 characters. Because of the game,
It's too good.
yeah, defense was good in Street Fighter 4. Good backdash and free DP with 2 EX meter and ultra combo, a lot of defensive options. So That's why I can focus to footsie and spacing. So I can play almost every character in Street Fighter 4, but Street Fighter 5 is different because the game was more aggressive, the least defensive option. Back then it's not that good, and now only EX invisible, right? And throw loops. So you have to focus to only one or two characters. This is why no more multiple character master in Street Fighter 5. But some players still doing really good in Street Fighter 5 like Punk. But when he playing very serious, he always picking Karin
Yeah,
or
one to
Karin.
two characters. Yeah.
Yeah, high tier characters. He never played low tier characters when he want to be serious. This is big different. So I'm so excited in Street Fighter 6 because we got more defensive options, more moves like driving something, the perfect parry. Yeah, this is why I'm still waiting for Street Fighter 6. Very excited.
So I have a obviously I have a few things here to dissect, but I do think part of the reason why you were so successful, aside from you saying that you're focusing on footsies and spacing, is that your neutral game is insanely good. Like, one crazy story that I heard from Cien. So Cien, because every top player has something unique about them. Why they become top player is because they have something that's unique from the rest of all the players, right? Like Infiltration is so good with Akuma, for example, but then Takedo is very good with Akuma, and both of them are world class, but they don't play Akuma the same way, right? So I'm saying every top player is unique on their own, right? So, but what Cien was telling me how Infiltration's neutral game is so crazy that it translates on multiple different fighting games, and Infiltration will just when you were first playing Street Fighter 5, and then you were training with Cien. And Cien was telling me, dude, Infiltration would just beat me 25 straight. And that hurts my pride, but I knew he was better, and I just gonna take that as a learning experience, right?
Oh.
I was like, how do you lose to Infiltration 25 in a row or something like that? Okay, granted he's better, but he's not 25-0 better than you. He's probably better than you, maybe 15-5 better, but not 25-0 better, But he's like, no. The game is early, so he learns so fast, and he's just better than everybody. And I never argued that, but we knew that kind of talent and greatness in fighting games is so rare. It's so rare. To find somebody like you, with that kind of skill set, it's fucking insane. There's a few guys like you. There will be a ChrisG, a Justin Wong, a Sonic Fox, a Takedo, very few guys. A Punk, very few guys like you. The top fucking, it's Jesus fucking gave you guys all the superpowers. And then, it's just so crazy how you guys exist like that. It's so crazy.
Man,
yeah.
Infiltration is definitely my guy. But, we could talk about Street Fighter and Infiltration in Street Fighter, obviously more. But, we are here to also learn about some of the nitty gritty, some of the stuff that's happened in Infiltration's life, right? So, we already know that the show is called God's Canceled, right? Mm-hmm. I have said some dumb stuff. Right? I have done some nonsense. F-Champ has done some nonsense. Right? So, we are going to learn just a little bit more about what Infiltration has done, what he has to say about it, and we're going to give him some room to explain. All right? So, first topic, and I know this is obviously has been on a lot of people's minds, and people have been talking about it for God knows how long. I assume since around 2017. The first topic, Infiltration's ex-wife. All right? So, let's start with the first question. When did you meet her?
Yeah, it was 2016 in Korean video game events. Yeah, I believe.
Okay. Was everything good in the beginning?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I mean, this is the thing, right? I noticed that a lot of people, they have a lot to say about this whole situation, right? So again, guys, please bear with me as we just ask some questions and again get some answers. So how long were you guys together?
Yeah. As I said, I met her 2016, and I spent a message to happy birthday, and in 2016, yeah, maybe early 2017 or whatever, and then we met together. We became a couple. So, as a couple, we I don't know, maybe few months. I got married very super fast. So we just
Why was that, if you don't mind me asking? Why did you get married really fast?
mm, because she want she want to marry get married very fast.
Okay.
But at the time I think I wasn't ready to be a husband, but she want. So she rushed.
All right. So in that case, where do you think it all went wrong?
Hmm. So we stayed together in Seoul, and we get new apartment to living together in 2017, very early 2017, and we got married in June 2017.
Damn,
So
she rushed you down.
yes, so maybe February or March, uh, I thought, oh, it's not that good. Something, yeah, we're doing something wrong because we are very different. Yeah, we are very different. So, yeah, someday I try to talk to her. Uh, we have to, we need to break up. But she said no. We have
Okay.
to get married.
Oh, so you got married after after talking to her about breaking up?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay, let me just add some context here. This, guys, if you guys are from North America, whatever, just know that the culture in Asia is so different than the culture here. Okay, it's a lot different. Okay, so I'm just letting you put that in perspective. Like just because our experiences might be different, our culture, like their culture is so different. So just keep that in mind.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thanks for that, champ. Yes, I do
Yeah,
know that
keep that in mind.
in Asia a lot. You know, the older you get, right? They do say this whole thing about quote unquote undesirable anymore, right? And I guess the idea is to try to get married young and then live together and happily ever after, right? Obviously, in this case, it seems to me that it was a rush decision, right? Infiltration just mentioned that he got married really quick, even though he talked about breaking up. Uh, what made you change your mind then?
여기서 한국어로 얘기하겠습니다. 오케이, Korean time.
Mhm.
우선 제 전 아내분이 결혼을 굉장히 서두르려고 했는데 그 이유는 우선 자신의 어머니가 꽤 아프시기 때문에 어머니가 좀 몸이 더 편찮으시기 전에 결혼하는 모습을 보여드리고 싶다가 가장 큰 이유였어요.
Oh, so the wife's, mom was very sick. Like hospitalized. So the ex-wife wanted to marry quickly because she wanted to show her mom, like, getting married before she passes away.
Wow, that that is a story.
And
Okay,
one more.
yeah, go ahead.
그리고 2017년 당시에 이미 결혼을 위한 동거를 시작한 상태였고요. 동거 이후에 결혼이 됐고 둘이 같이 살 수 있는 아파트를 구매했었는데 그 아파트 구매를 취소한다던가 계약을 취소하면 큰 돈이 들어갔기 때문에 좀 서둘러서 준비했고 그리고 그걸 취소하기에는 이미 너무 늦은 상황이었다라는 이유도 있어요.
Okay, so back in 2017, right? Infiltration and the wife was already like living together, right? And they already like had like a contract to buy this apartment and live together even before they got married. And all in all, it was a very rushed decision. And Infiltration realized that, oh, this is going too fast, right? It was already way too late to cancel everything, so they just went through with it.
Okay. All right. So then you guys get married. I assume it was all right at the beginning. So I'm pretty sure if I read that you initiated the divorce. How did she take that?
여기서부터 해석
아,
부탁드릴게요.
여기서 okay, so 아내분이 먼저 그거 이혼을 하고 싶었잖아요. 그거 자기분이. 근데 그걸 아내가 어떻게 받아들였나요?
지금 말씀드린 이유들로 인해서 결혼이 좀 서둘러졌고 저는 아직 가장으로서 누군가를 책임지기 위한 준비가 안 되어 있다고 느꼈기 때문에 꾸준히 좀 뭐 헤어진다던가 아니면 같이 사는 거라든가 결혼을 좀 미루자라고 얘기를 했었는데 그거에 대해서 아내분은 그냥 이미 너무 늦었고 많이 진행이 됐고 또 가족들 간의 설명도 되게 힘들 것 같고 그런 이유로 거절을 했죠.
Again, due to the reasons stated before, that contract and apartment and all that is already set in place in stone. It's like nothing, you can't really cancel it, right? So she tried to say that, oh, like it'll be so hard to explain to my family members, like this contract's already fallen through, like we should just stay married, it's all too late, that type of deal.
Damn.
That's how she acted.
That definitely sucks. I could definitely understand a situation where you have to make these decisions, right? So you're trying to move forward with your life. She obviously wants to stay, and now I guess this is the iffy part, right? There's a day that happened, and this is the day that everybody talks about. I guess in your own words, what happened that day?
그날에 그 사건이 발생한 날에 자매님의 관점에 대해서 이야기해 주시는 게 좋을 것 같아요.
우선 저는 2018년 12월인가에 이 일에 대해서 이미 제 트위치 방송에서 설명을 다 했었어요. 근데 이게 영어가 아니었고 한국어로만 얘기를 했었고 아무래도 통역이 힘들다 보니까 그때 모든 증거랑 어떤 일이 벌어졌는지 얘기를 드렸는데 그거는 일단 넘기고 다시 한번 정확히 이제 지금 통역가 분도 계시니까 다시 한번 제대로 얘기를 드리겠습니다.
Okay, so he already did explain all this in 2018 December stream, but it was all in Korean, right? It was a very complex situation, hard to explain in his English. But now I feel like he's ready to talk about it because, translators here and everything's all sorted out, so he's ready to talk.
All right. I mean, I guess in that case, right? I'm gonna use the word. I'm gonna use the term, right, in quotation marks. All right. For years now, people have been using the term, again, quotation marks, wife beater. Right? So infiltration, according to the interwebs, a lot of people believe it, that you beat your wife. Now, I guess first things first, did you ever actually strike her?
진짜로 아내를 가해했나요? 진짜로 폭력을 서두었나요? 아니면 그런 질문이에요.
그녀의 입장에서는 제가 가해자고 이제 제가 말씀드리는 그 상황에 대해서는 저는 그녀를 폭행하거나 때린 적이 없습니다.
Nope. I didn't hit her. She says that I'm the aggressor, I'm the beater, but I've never done any of those things.
Okay, so then the follow-up question, why do you think she would have done all that?
아내분이 왜 그렇게 다 했는지, 왜 이렇게 다 소문을 퍼뜨리고 왜 그랬나 궁금해하셔요.
네, 일단 그 2017년으로 돌아가야 하는데 2017년 뭐 10월인가 11월인가 앞서 말씀드린 이유로 저희가 이제 말다툼이 있었어요. 저는 헤어지고 싶다. 아내분은 안 된다. 이걸로 싸우고 있었죠. 그러다가 제가 화를 좀 삭히려고 제 방에 침대에 누워 있는데 갑자기 제 휴대폰으로 한 30만 원, 40만 원 정도의 뭐 가전제품을 샀다는 문자가 날아온 거였고 그게 아내분이 결제를 한 거였어요. 방금 저와 헤어지자 말자로 부부싸움을 하고 있는 와중에. 그래서 좀 어처구니가 없어서 아내의 방으로 대화를 하러 들어갔습니다. 여기까지 일단 부탁드릴게요.
Okay, so all the way back in 2017, right? After all that discussion about, oh, let's stay married, wife says, but like Infiltrator's like, no, like I'm not ready to be a husband. I'm not ready to be a father, right? So they've been fighting a lot about this, like, you know, a lot of like heated like discussions about it. So he was like, okay, I need to calm myself down. I need to lay down and rest, right? But he once got this text message saying, "Oh, $300, $400 spent on electronics," and it was definitely wife's doing. Right, the wife was spending all that money, buying all that electronics while fighting with infiltration.
그래서 사실 돈을 쓰는 건 문제가 아니었어요. 제가 아내분에게 생활비를 사용하기 위해 카드를 줬고 그걸 사용하라고 했는데 왜 하필 지금 나를 도발하듯이 싸우고 막 갈라진 상태에서 왜 썼는지 따지러 들어갔고 그거에 대해서 왜 이런 짓을 하느냐 라고 물으니까 네가 돈을 쓰라고 해서 썼다 라고 좀 무책임한 답변이 돌아오고 그거에 대해서 얘기를 하니까 갑자기 전화기를 들더니 너를 경찰에 신고하겠다 이런 식으로 진행이 되더라고요. 그리고 진짜로 경찰에게 전화를 하는 게 보였고 경찰이 어디 어디 경찰입니다라고 하는 소리까지 제가 들어서 그 전화기를 뺐고 약간의 몸 다툼이라고 말다툼과 약간의 이제 몸싸움이 벌어졌죠.
Okay, so it wasn't really all about the money. Like, he's not really mad about the money. It's just the fact that, Infiltration did give like a card for his wife, for groceries and all that stuff. Like, it was never really about the money that he got mad. It's just the fact that the wife decided to spend the money now on consumer electronics, like while fighting, like after they fought. A wife went off and spend the money, and he was pretty mad about that. So he came back, he questioned her, like, why would you spend that money while we were fighting? Like, this is not really great timing. And the wife's like, I spent it because you told me to. And she also said, I'm gonna call the police right after that statement. And
Oh no.
she was actually calling the police, dialed the number, and there was the operator on the call.
Oh,
So
man.
Infiltration did try to stop the call, right? Like, there was some little shouting, trying to take the phone away. In that time, there was a bit of a tugging here and there by trying to take the phone, but that was really it.
Okay. Okay, let me just say something. Sounds like a crazy bitch. Okay, continue. I'm just kidding. Not really. That's some crazy bitch.
우선 뭐 템프가 말한 것도 이해는 가고 혹시나 채팅창에서 아니면 뭐 다른 사람들이 이 전 아내분을 욕하거나 할 수도 있겠지만 될 수 있으면 저는 지금 그 여자분을 공격하려는 게 아니라 그 상황을 정확히 설명하려는 거기 때문에 개인적인 좀 뭐 모욕이나 그런 거는 사죄해 주셨으면 좋겠고 저도 리스펙트를 보여야 되니까.
Okay, Infiltration wants you guys to stop talking bad about the wife because he's just trying to explain the situation, right? Like, not to attack the ex-wife. So if anyone's doing that in the chat, stop doing it.
Yep, absolutely. Guys, do not let this go. Okay, this is just a story, so let's let it go.
Okay, yeah, here we go again.
For sure.
그래서 그 핸드폰을 뺏고 몸다툼을 하는 과정이 뭔가 좀 이상했어요. 제가 느끼기론 그녀가 핸드폰으로 뭔가 중요한 걸 숨기고 있거나 뭔가를 지금 하는 것 같았고 나중에 알고 보니 인터넷에 뿌려져 있는 그 녹취록 그리고 그 종이로 되어 있는 그 글자로 되어 있는 녹취록하고 음성 파일이 그때 녹음이 되고 있다는 걸 그때는 몰랐어요. 근데 알고 보니까 그 상황이 다 녹음이 되고 있었던 거죠. 저랑 막 욕설이 오가고 말다툼이 이어지고 막 그녀가 막 나를 때리지 마. 뭐 그리고 제가 뭐 무슨 소리야, 뭔 소리 하는 거야 이러면서 부부 싸움하는 과정이 그때 녹음이 되고 있었던 거예요.
Oh, so when Infiltration was trying to wrestle the phone away, it was kind of suspicious, like the way that she was saying, don't hit me," and Infiltration was like dumbfounded, like, "What the hell are you talking about? Like, we're just talking, and I'm trying to talk the phone away." But then later, Infiltration realized that the phone that was set up that way to record, it was on record, and the wife said, don't hit me,"
Oh
and
no.
tried to incriminate Infiltration that way.
그래서
Okay.
오케이.
Mm-hmm.
그래서 그렇게 핸드폰을 뺏는 과정에서 시간이 굉장히 늦은 시간이었고 이제 큰 소리가 났기 때문에 주변에서 신고한 건지 아니면 그녀가 신고해서 온 건지 모르겠지만 경찰이 문을 두드렸고 경찰들이 많이 들어왔어요. 그때 한 네다섯 명은 왔던 것 같아요. 그래서 응급대원 같이 좀 응급치료 하시는 분들도 들어왔고 그리고 경찰들이 저와 아내를 이제 갈라놨죠.
Okay, so while the fight was going on, the police arrived. It was unusually a lot of cops just pouring into his house. He doesn't know if the wife called or the other people called because, like, loud shouting and stuff like that, but he doesn't know. But when the cops arrived, there was like paramedics, there was like regular cops, and then they're all on the scene and they separated Infiltration and the wife.
예, 그리고 그 다음에 응급대원들이 그 이제 아내분을 살펴봤고 아무런 상처가 없었기 때문에 딱히 별다른 뭐 상처는 없습니다라고 그 자리에서 얘기를 했고 부부 싸움으로 인해서 신고가 들어와서 우리가 여기 출동을 했다. 그러면서 사정을 들어보는데 그 자리에서 경찰이 아내분에게 얘기를 했어요. 남편분을 폭행죄로 고소하시겠습니까? 하니까 그녀가 네, 현행 폭행범으로 고소하겠습니다라고 얘기를 했고 당연히 저도 제 권리를 행사하기 위해서 저의 말도 좀 들어봐 주십시오. 어떻게 된 건지. 근데 이미 눈빛이 달랐어요. 경찰들의. 이미 제가 폭행범이고 그녀는 피해자라고 눈빛이 달라져서 이제부터 반항하지 마세요. 수갑을 채우고 연행하겠습니다. 제 말은 듣지 않았어요. 그래서 제 말도 들어보셔야 하는 거 아닙니까라고 얘기했지만 소용이 없었죠.
So after the cops arrived and separated, right? Paramedics checked the wife for any injuries or scars, but that wasn't that was no scars. That was no injuries. So paramedics gave an okay, like she's okay, like she's not hurt. And the police asked the wife, "Would you like press charges for assault, like domestic violence?" And she said yes, right away. And Infiltration, like he got rights, right? So like, everyone got rights in this world. So he tried to say his side of the story, but there was no like telling of his story, like because the cops already saw him as the aggressor and the wife as the victim. So didn't hear a single word, just cuffed him and arrested him.
Oh man, terrible. Oh, totally
그렇게
not deserved.
그렇게 해서 더 이상 뭔가 제가 주장을 뭔가 했다가는 더 안 좋게 상황이 흐를 것 같아서 그 자리에서 수갑을 차고 경찰서로 연행이 됐어요. 그래서 전 아내분은 경찰서에 가서 경찰들과 뭔가 대화를 하는 것 같고 저는 수갑을 이렇게 뒤로 찬 채로 그냥 제가 조사받을 때를 계속 기다리다가 결국 경찰서에서 조사관한테 이제 내가 무슨 잘못을 했는지 간단한 이제 조사를 시행하는 데까지 진행이 됐죠.
Okay, so Infiltration didn't really want to make this situation worse or make him like incriminate himself, so he stayed silent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he went to the police station and he sat down. He was just he got his cuff on his back, just waiting to hear what I did wrong. Is there any charges? And yeah.
That's not right.
근데 문제가 사실 여기서 다 해결할 수 있을 거라 생각했는데 문제는 경찰서로 옮긴 다음에 저를 조사하시는 그 경찰 수사관이 이미 저를 가해자 그리고 아내분이 피해자라고 어느 정도 머릿속에서 이제 결정을 해놓고 너의 죄를 인정해라 분위기로 이렇게 몰아가는 게 느껴졌어요. 그래서 왜 제 얘기는 들어보지 않습니까? 저는 그녀를 때리지 않았고 아무런 상처도 나지 않았습니다 해도 들어주질 않았고 거기서 이제 간단하게 여기서 인정하면 별로 뭐 큰 사건 없이 끝나는데 네가 점점 반항할수록 이게 점점 큰 사건이 돼 간다. 그래서 여기서 인정하는 게 나을 거다. 아내분의 진술이 일관된다. 라는 말을 했어요. 그래서 저도 저의 진술도 일관되잖아요. 라고 하면은 눈을 피해요. 항상. 그래서 말이 안 통하겠다. 이미 나를 그냥 범인으로 보고 있구나. 조사할 생각도 없구나라는 걸 느꼈죠.
So during the interview, Infiltration tried to say something, right? You know, I didn't hit her. She didn't have any injuries on her. Paramedics checked. But seems like the police officer already had this mind. Oh, he's the aggressor. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. Like, he didn't listen to him. He just automatically assumed that the wife was the victim. And there was this ongoing tone that, like, the police officer kept saying, oh, if you kept resisting, if you keep denying your like crime, we're gonna make it worse for you. So it would be better for you if you just admitted to the crime. And yeah.
그리고 이게 제 가장 큰 실수였다고 생각하는데 거기서 끝까지 아무런 말을 하지 않고 내 권리를 주장하겠다 하면서 변호사를 부르던가 했었어야 되는데 그 당시 뭐 아파트를 구매하고 결혼에 사용한 자금들 때문에 돈이 정말 없었고요. 그리고 제가 생전 처음으로 경찰서에 아내 폭행죄라는 이유로 어쨌건 여기 앉아 있고 모든 것이 저한테 스트레스와 그리고 프레셔를 줬어요. 그래서 거기서 멍청하게도 경찰이 회유하는 대로 정말로 여기서 인정하면 큰 일이 벌어지지 않느냐. 왜냐면 나는 많은 사람들의 앞에 서야 되는 프로게이머고 어느 정도 알려진 사람이기 때문에 정말로 나는 내가 하지 않은 것을 인정하고 싶지 않다. 정말로 정말로 걱정이 된다. 많은 사람들이 오해할까 봐. 라고 얘기를 했었죠.
So, like when he looks back at the decision of admitting the crime was pretty stupid because the smart thing to do here, in his point of view, was stay silent. Wait for a lawyer, right? That's the rule. But at the time, Infiltration spent a lot of money on his marriage, the apartment, the groceries, the fees, etc. So he was pretty broke. Like, he had no money back then. And the police officer kept pressuring him to admit the crime. So, as Infiltration, he's a pro gamer and he has a lot of people know him, a lot of people looked up to him. He was kind of scared that like this would be a big misunderstanding for everyone in the FGC, but he went with it anyway because he felt like this was the only choice.
그래서
At the time.
결과적으로만 얘기를 하면은 그 프레셔에 이기지 못해서 결국에는 인정을 한 셈이 된 거죠. 내가 아내를 때렸습니다라는 그 조사에서 인정을 한 셈이 된 거고 제가 때렸든 때리지 않았든 그 조사에서 제가 그랬습니다라고 말을 했기 때문에 결국에는 유죄가 된 거죠. 이제 법적으로는 유죄가 맞습니다. 그렇게 돼서.
So in the end, Infiltration gave into the pressure because he didn't have any money for a lawyer. So he just went and just said, "Yeah, I did hit her," but he had to say it because that was the only way out. And technically, that does make Infiltration a convict, and this makes it like, oh, he's guilty. But you gotta remember, he had to say it. He was pressured into saying it. He didn't have any say in it.
이제
Yeah.
그리고 끝으로 그렇게 조사가 마무리가 되고 앞으로 이제 남편분과 아내분은 2주 동안 격리가 될 겁니다. 그래서 몇백 미터 안으로는 아내분 근처로 가시면 안 되고 지금 집으로 가서 짐을 챙겨서 2주 동안 이제 별결 이제 떨어져서 지내시고 그 다음에 또 다시 향후에 어떻게 될지 지켜보세요라고 했는데 제가 집으로 가는 게 아니라 아내분이 백팩에다가 자기가 마음대로 선정한 물건들을 가지고 경찰서로 왔어요. 그래서 경찰분들도 저도 조금 어이가 없는 상태에서 이렇게까지 하시는 분들은 별로 없는데 라고 하시면서 그 집만 가지고 그리고 제 차만 가지고 어머니 집으로 간 거죠. 그렇게 해서 일단 그 날이 종료됐습니다.
So after being pressured into saying that he admitted it, um, so after that there was a restraint order, like okay, don't go near the wife, you know, that type of deal, at 100 meters for 2 weeks, and we'll see how it goes, type of deal. But as soon as that happened, wife came to the police station with bags, with the bag full of whatever, right? Wife just packed Infiltration stuff without saying anything, and what Infiltration wanted to go home with or anything, it just came and just with the bag and everything. So, so even the police officers were like, "What the hell?" You know, like no one really does this. You know, in this case, like this is the first time. And what Infiltration had to do is like just take the bag and drive to his mom's house. Nothing he can do about it. Like, oh, what if I want to take this or take that home? Like, no, the wife packed all of it. Like, you just have to take it and go home and never go to that place that you bought ever again. You know. Yeah.
Is that so? So is he done?
이 이후로도 말할 수 있는 내용은 참 많은데 이제 구체적으로 질문을 해주는 게 좀 더 나을 것 같아요. 제가 말을 더 하려고 그러면은 너무 끝이 없을 것 같아서 여기서 그 2주 사이에 무슨 일이 있었는지 등등등 디테일한 거는 이제 좀 물어봐 주면 좋겠어요. 따로 질문으로.
Okay, so if he continues this way, he has a lot to say, right? And this is gonna take a long time. So it'll be better if you guys just ask like detailed questions like about
Yeah.
things that you guys are curious about instead of like letting him go on, because letting him go on will take a while.
Oh no, that's why I just wanted to know. So okay, all this stuff happened. What I know Panda Global was involved in trying to help you. What exactly did they do? So they talked to you, right?
그래서 판다 글로벌이 그 사건에 대해서 도와주려고 했던 걸 기억나는데
네.
그게 어떻게 됐나요?
일단 지금 말씀드린 일들은 2017년 10월인가 11월에 벌어진 일이고 그 이른바 그 판다 글로벌에 그리고 2018년 9월에 이제 1년 뒤죠, 대략 2018년 9월 달에 제가 판다 글로벌로부터 연락을 받게 됩니다. 자미바 지금 우리 스폰서, 팀, 커뮤니티 등등에 너가 아내를 폭행했다는 내용이 여러 가지 자료들과 함께 돌고 있어. 그래서 지금 굉장히 급한 상황이야. 너가 일본의 대회 때문에 이제 도쿄 게임쇼에 가고 있는 건 알고 있지만 도쿄에서 한국으로 돌아와서 이걸 처리해야겠다. 이제 그래서 제가 한국으로 돌아가서 이제 이걸 처리를 하려고 한 거죠. 1년의 시간차가 있습니다.
Okay, so after a year, right? After all that happened around 2018 September, I think that was back when the information about the infiltration and the ex-wife started circulating around. So what Panda Global did was contact Infiltration and said, "Hey, Infiltration, there's all this stuff going around in the internet about your ex-wife, and I know you're in Japan." Doing Tokyo Game Show, you know, tournaments and stuff, but you need to come back to Korea and we need to sort this out. So Panda Global, you know, just said go back to Korea and we can sort this out, type of deal. Yep.
Okay, and then I guess after that is when, like, I guess all things hit the fan, all hell hit the fan, and they ultimately let you go, right? What happened like during that? Did you guys just have a conversation and it was just like, I guess it would be best if we just separated? did they believe you or anything? So what happened?
아미 이게 큰 사건이었잖아요. 이거 서부 FGC도 그렇고 그래서 이 사건에 대해서 이 판다 글로벌이 결국에는 그거 자민님을 놔두잖아요. 안 그래요? 근데 그 과정이 어땠나요? 판다 글로벌이 이거 네.
우선 상황이 굉장히 좋지 않았고 제가 판다 글로벌의 소속 선수였기 때문에 판다 글로벌의 입장은 우리가 해결하겠다. 너는 가만히 있어라였어요. 그래서 저는 트위터에 글도 쓰지 않고 대회도 가지 않고 방송도 하지 않고 판다 글로벌이 공식적 입장을 내는 것 그리고 캡콤과의 미팅 왜냐면은 이제 제가 CPT라든가 캡콤 이벤트에서 밴을 당하게 되는 그 과정에서 판다 글로벌은 캡콤을 설득하려고 했거든요. 그런 것 모든 것들을 판다 글로벌에게 위임을 하고 한 9월 달에 일이 시작됐는데 한 11월, 12월까지 아무것도 안 하고 판다에게 모든 걸 맡겼어요. 그러면서 저는 그동안 전 아내와 여러 가지 커뮤니티 사람들이 저를 공격하려고 했던 것들을 증명하기 위한 증거들을 변호사하고 모으고 있었고요.
So during that time, Panda Global said, "Don't say anything, don't do anything. We'll sort this out." Right? And that was probably back when around September or October when they released a statement. They said they'll investigate. You guys know that stuff. So Infiltration is like, okay, if Panda Global's got this, they got this. So they let them take the reins. In the meantime, back in Korea, his ex-wife and a bunch of other people were attacking him, right? And because of that, Infiltration and his lawyer were busy collecting evidence of, about the people in exile attacking him, etc. He was doing that while Panda Global was, doing his own stuff.
Damn. Well, again, I guess we don't want to talk too long about that topic, right? So I guess we'll fast forward a little bit into Infiltration's life. This is where things get a little confusing, right? You were ultimately let go from Panda, right? And before we saw you compete last, after that, were you actually banned or did you withdraw from the scene?
그리고 이런 일이 다 일어나긴 했지만 결국에는 판다 글로벌이 자민님을 해고했잖아요. 해고 당하고 난 다음에 그 이제 경기도 별로 안 가고 뭐 그래서 이거는 경기에서 밴을 당한 건가요? 아니면 그냥 자기 선택인가요?
명확히 말씀드릴게요. 그 당시 판다 글로벌과 캡콤이 미팅을 몇 번 했고요. 정확히 말하면 캡콤이라기 말하긴 좀 애매할 것 같아요. 그 캡콤의 e스포츠 쪽을 담당하는 쪽이 아닐까라고 생각하고 있습니다. 왜냐면은 캡콤은 게임을 만드는 회사고 캡콤 e스포츠를 담당하는 쪽은 일단 명확히 다르니까요. 그래서 그 e스포츠 쪽과 미팅을 했다고 생각하고 그들의 입장은 잠입을 평생 밴하는 것이다. 잘못을 했든 안 했든은 진실은 상관이 없다. 그래서 판다 글로벌은 이 결정에 당황을 해서 이건 말이 안 된다. 뭐 1년이든 2년이든 기간을 정해서 좀 상황을 좀 부드럽게 해결하는 것이 낫지 않겠냐라는 설득을 했고 그게 어느 정도 설득이 돼서 캡콤이 저에게 두 가지 선택지를 주게 돼요. 그 두 가지 선택지는 평생 밴을 당할래? 아니면 스스로 자숙하고 2018년 이번 해 2019년까지 스스로 그냥 자숙을 하고 2020년에 다시 돌아올래? 그럼 저에게 선택지는 하나밖에 없잖아요. 평생 밴을 당하느니 당연히 두 번째를 선택하겠죠. 그래서 CPT에서 그런 형태로 제가 물러나게 된 거고 그거에 대해서는 CPT 캡콤 프로토 공식 홈페이지에 그렇게 명확히 나와 있습니다. 그 어떤 밴이라는 단어조차도 없어요. 만약 이런 일이 한 번 더 일어나면 그때는 평생 밴을 할 거다라는 얘기는 있죠. 그래서 그거는 뭐 이미 증거로 다 있으니까 찾아보셔도 되고 그런 식으로 제가 물러났고 그 어떤 대회에서도 밴을 당한 적은 없어요.
Okay, so back with Panda Global and Capcom. Well, saying Capcom is a bit iffy because Capcom is kind of like a separate company, right? Like there's a company that makes the game, and there's the esports side of things, right? So it was more of a Capcom on the esports side that was taking care of this, and Panda Global and the esports side of Capcom, chatted it out, like had meetings, and Capcom ultimately decided to lifetime ban Infiltration, but Panda Global's like, that's ridiculous, right? Like, just hear the guy out. So they compromised and they gave Infiltration two choices: lifetime ban, or just don't compete and like think about what you've done, like for a couple of years, and you can come back later. And at this point of view, it's obvious that Infiltration chose the second option, like just voluntarily remove myself from the CPT and everything, and just stay silent and then come back later.
Okay.
So
Oh, go ahead.
it was both yes and no, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So he came back, right, for Evo 2019. Did he compete in anything before that?
아, 자밈님이 이거 이제 에보 2019년에 다시 돌아왔었잖아요. 그 전에 다른 경기를 참전한 적 있나요?
뭐 명확히 기억은 잘 안 나는데 그 스트리트 파이터 관련해서 이벤트를 국내에서 몇 개 나갔던 것 그리고 에보를 나가기 전에 사무라이 쇼다운으로 국내에서 뭐 대회가 몇 개 있었어요. 그런 것들을 나갔고 큰 문, 뭐 커뮤니티 대회건 뭐 회사에서 여는 대회건 큰 문제 없이 나갔었습니다. 그 수가 많진 않았지만요.
Mm. So he did go to several events in Korea, like locals and stuff like that. Events, company events and stuff like that. But it wasn't very big of a tournament, like just a couple people. Other than that, no. Yeah.
Okay. So then I guess, this is where Infiltration's redemption into the scene comes into play, right? Evo 2019, right? We had heard that he was dabbling in some Samurai Showdown. He came through, bodied everybody, including me. I was really hoping to make top 8. He beat me. But he ended up winning the whole thing. And the funniest part is everyone kind of thought he would win. All right? So how did that feel, after, I guess at this point, right, 2 years of dealing with all this stress, all this drama, to coming back and going straight for the gold?
아, 그 2017년부터 2019년까지 너무 많은 고난과 스트레스가 있었잖아요. 그 기간이 있었고, 근데 2019년도에 돌아와서 그 사무라이 쇼다운 그 예보 경기에서 다 이기고 우승하는데 그 기분이 어땠나? 그 2년 동안의 고통을 지나고 그 다시 에보에 서서 이겼던 그 순간 그 기분이 어땠나요?
2019년 에보에서 사무라이 쇼단으로 우승했던 건 정말 특별한 기분일 수밖에 없던 게 제가 게이머로서가 아니라 한 명의 사람으로서 성장할 수 있는 데 도움이 많이 됐다고 생각해요. 그 몇 가지 에피소드가 있는데 우선 에보를 위해서 라스베가스로 가기 전에 정말 긴장을 많이 했어요. 우선 한국이 아니라 미국이기 때문에 혹시나 내가 폭행을 당할 수도 있다. 왜냐면 내가 많은 사람들에게 안 좋은 이미지가 박혀 있는 상황이니까. 뭐 아내를 폭행했다던가. 그런데 처음으로 베가스에서 만났던 저의 팬이 너를 오랫동안 기다렸고 너의 플레이를 굉장히 사랑한다, 응원한다라고 한 명이 얘기를 해줬어요. 그때 너무너무 큰 충격과 감동을 받고 그 다음 날부터 당당해졌어요. 나는 잘못한 게 없다. 그래서 나는 당당하다. 그래서 대회장으로 가는 길, 대회가 끝나고 오는 길, 그 며칠 동안 단 한 명의 헤이터도 만날 수 없었고 단 한 명도 저에게 컴플레인을 건 사람이 없었고 그 누구도 저에게 와서 넌 나쁜 놈이라고 말한 사람이 없었어요. 결국 이 사람들은 결국 온라인에서만 떠들 수 있는 사람들이구나라는 걸 확실하게 공부하고 돌아갈 수 있었기 때문에 저 자신에게 약간 당당해진 때였죠.
It was a moment for Infiltration where he grew as a person, because when he first traveled to Las Vegas for Evo, he was kind of scared, right? Like, oh, like he in the Americas, like he had this image of quote unquote white beater, right? So like he was kind of scared that like, oh, what if I get like assaulted for my alleged crime or stuff like that? Like what if someone harasses me? But once he arrives, like he met this one fan saying, "I missed you, love your plays, keep it up," and that really boosted his confidence and gave him a lot of relief. And he realized that none of the haters came for him. None of the people who criticized and shit talked him really did anything to him at all. Like, and then he realized that these people are just
Dude.
they just talk shit online,
Okay.
but they can never say these things, offline.
I'm letting you know, okay? Like as a person who quote unquote got haters myself, the haters they just stay in their basement eating pizza, getting extra fat, and just staying on Twitter and just tweeting and doing a bunch of hate. Okay, they just stay there. The people in actual events, they're not like that. They're not like those Twitter or R Kappa dudes. Okay, they don't. They're actually nice. They're actually real human beings. Though there's like a few exception. There's a few people that are just like mad, like a bunch of little bitches like Ultra David. So there's like a few of those guys like in real life. But in general, most of the haters, they remain online. Okay, but then the most people that goes to fighting events, they like infiltration. There's actual respect there. So I'm just like keeping it real. Like no, every top player or quote unquote other players that's like a tournament player, there's a lot of respect to our peers, to one another. So we always had each other's back throughout the years. So when somebody like one of our brother is just struggling because of whatever random drama, we always support them in a way. So sure, granted that we make mistakes here and there, but ultimately we have each other's back as top players. Yeah.
For sure. All right. Now this one's actually a little weird, right? Because so you won Evo, and then right afterwards, including the Evo producers, I don't know whose decision making was this, but pretty much everybody pretended that you didn't win. None of the videos showed you. Your name wasn't put anywhere. How'd that make you feel? Knowing that even after you've quote unquote done your time, you're just here to compete, and everybody and the main people involved are pretending like you didn't win anything.
음, 음, 그 에보의 3월 쇼다운 그거 우승했을 때 그 에보 관련자들 포함 다른 사람들은 그 자비 우승하지 않았다. 그냥 그다음 그냥 우승하지 않았다고 생각했는데 그리고 그 비디오에서도 막 자비님 플레이를 안 보여주고 일부러 그냥 이그노를 받았다. 그냥 이기지 않았다고 우기는데 그거에 대해서 어떻게 생각했나?
뭐 좀 안타깝죠. 뭐 별로 탓하고 싶진 않은데 이제 중요한 거는 저희 집에 트로피가 있고 그리고 전 세계 사람들이 누가 챔피언인지 알고 그리고 여러분들이 저를 챔피언으로 기억해주는 한 에보가 뭐라 말하는든지 상관없습니다. 처음에는 제 플레이만 쏙 빼놓는 게 너무 보였기 때문에 좀 치졸하다는 생각도 있었는데 오히려 그게 더 저를 기쁘게 만드는 것 같아요. 너희들이 나를 무시할수록 내가 이겼을 때 너희들이 더 힘들겠지. 이제 내가 더 잘할수록 너희들은 더 고통스럽겠지라고 생각하니까 더 편해지더라고요.
Okay, so it was like, oh, this kind of sucks, but you know, he got the trophy at home. People know that he's a champion, so at the end he didn't really care because he got the trophy. Everyone knows he won, and to add on top of that, like if the evil people and other people ignore him, in the end, right? If I keep winning, it'll be more of a pain in the ass for you. So he
Yeah.
gained
bro.
relief and comfort from that thought.
We knew he's the champion. We've been knowing that for a decade and a half now, I think. Okay, so we never questioned that. We always knew he's the champion.
Yeah.
Like it's always a okay. There's like many tournaments, like in Street Fighter 4, Infiltration goes to a tournament like say like NCR or SCR or whatever, or New York, whatever, or like Ohio, all these other tournaments. Infiltration goes there, like all of the American topics, we all like bunch up in one area and we talk about what the fuck are we gonna do against this guy? Seriously. So maybe we should try this. We formulate strategies specifically just to try to beat him. Okay? And most of the time we fail. I'm letting y'all know. Okay, so he was a problem for us. Okay? It's like so we always knew that he's the champion. We always knew that. The same thing, like it's just crazy. He's just too good.
He definitely too good.
He's too good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Granted, though, you made one Evo kind of boring, Infil, when you and Takeda were playing, and you
Kuma
guys
mirror.
were both throwing so many fireballs with Akuma. It's like the whole crowd was yelling that fireball, like SFX, whatever, nonstop, But we understood, like, that shit was crazy. So many memories. And if I can say one more thing, like I lost a shit ton of money betting on you. I bet, like, okay, so just put this in context, okay? Infiltration has been owning Daigo for like a span of like 4 years straight, okay? At Evo, like 25th anniversary, been owning Daigo all the time, right? And then they were gonna play a first to 10. I'm like, I'm about to bet like $2,000 on Infiltration. So I was like, there's no way, bro. Like Infiltration is the best. Like, so I was like, no, there's no way. So I was like, I start betting fucking $200 here, $100 there, $200 there. Like, the entire bill was like $2,000. And then after that shit, I had to send like multiple transactions to different people. If you guys are in the chat, it's okay. But it was so fucking crazy. I lost a shit ton of money there.
I mean,
That was the only time.
I'm
That's a long
sorry.
set.
It's my bad.
No, it's not your fault. You did your best,
long
it's
set Daigo is pretty scary. He
different.
knows it's because he has a lot of time, right? Like certain people, they need more time. Daigo could lose in a pool and then first to 10 and it's a wrap.
That wasn't it. I have a theory. If every single time Daigo Infiltration played side by side, okay, like next to each other, Infiltration beat his ass. It was so free, okay? But when it was head to head, Daigo's just crazy. He just, Infiltration couldn't play his best. But Infil, can you please confirm, are you better side by side than head to head?
Side by side, 100%.
Oh, see? Guys, my theory was correct, okay? Because, when you're side by side, you get to see the shoulder a little bit. You see their hand movement a little bit, even though you're not trying. That adds a little bit more to your reaction. At the highest level, those little edges that you have adds up.
For
I'm
sure.
telling you, nobody can beat Infiltration side by side. You play Infiltration, you might as well play like this. Backwards against him. Like I'm telling you, he's gonna know everything. He's gonna see if you dash, everything is gonna get checked. So I'm like letting y'all know, okay?
You know what? Why I am so strong in side by side? Because I love to feeling that atmosphere in side by side. I really like to checking my opponent face, what he's thinking. That I can read his emotion. Now he getting mad. Now he getting very tired and getting nervous. So this is why I am very strong in side by side. I don't care about the checking his hands. Oh, he's ready for DP. Okay, I'm gonna block. No, because a lot of people playing with the pad, hitbox, joystick. So I cannot check every situation. So, but I love side by side. it's more fun.
Good. Like, he's feeling your energy, okay? These are the things that you can't quantify in frame data, math, anything. He just feels you. He just feels that you're about to crack, okay? He's just too good. He just knows that you're scared. He knows that you're gonna backdash because he can feel your aura. I can somehow relate to that because I can somehow feel my opponent in a certain way, what they're gonna do, but in a very low level compared to his like maxed out level when it comes to that. It's so insane. It's so insane, yo. Yeah. Like there was like a few tournaments actually like Japan was so worried that they don't want to fight Infiltration side by side, okay? There was a few tournaments that happened. I know Momochi didn't want to fight him side by side, but that
that really a thing.
That was the thing. Remember, like Infiltration. I'm not lying. Like you can confirm these things. Like Infiltration side by side, you know you're about to get an L, like 90% of the time. Okay, I'm just letting you know. It's like a totally different person you're fighting side by side.
You know what? I learned by Uncle Vai, Alex.
I for some reason was gonna mention Valle.
Yeah, he always trying to. When he, prepared to wake up DP.
He's a cheater.
Like
Vai's a cheater.
he is the master to using his shoulders like this. DP, wake up DP, no, wake up grab.
Yeah.
He's
That's
so
too
good.
Yeah. I mean,
like
these things are part of the game, you know, because on the end of the day, we're all human beings, obviously. So it's like, it's part of the game. Like, so, like, that's like, it's just crazy. Like, Valle would do, Ricky does that too as well. Like, most of the old school players are so good at that. Like, Valle would, like, do, like, wake up DP. Like, it's like, what the fuck? You just walk forward. And like, his whole body was shaking. He just walked forward. And I was afraid to press a button. I was like, what the hell? Like, it was so crazy. And then, like, these random fake buttons, these buttons, that 7th and 8th button, the stick had nothing on. Like, it was dead button. We just press it like that as a frame trap so you're going to block, but then he ends up grabbing you instead. I was like, oh, God. So that's why I had headsets on all the time. I had noise-canceling headsets, so I don't want to get distracted with sound, you know? So, it's like, it's so insane, these guys. But then eventually I learned throughout the years.
Yeah, I'm not going to say this is cheating, some bad things. Head-to-head is the best setup. Side-by-side, so cheat. But this is very interesting because we have headset. You can bring your own headset, earphone. Yeah. So,
Everything is just a mind game.
Yeah.
It's all
It's
mind
not cheating.
games.
It's just a preference.
yeah, this is a part of fighting game tournament.
Yeah. No. I don't think like that was ever considered as cheating. That's a special attribute like that you have. Like you know, he also has the same information, like access to the same information, mind you. Like if I'm side by side, that means I also side by side to you. You're side by side to me. You know what I mean? Like we both have access to the same information. It's not like you're the only one, you know. It's like you're paying attention to more things than I am. That's probably why that you're more successful when it comes to side by side, you know. Yeah. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. That's just part of the game. Yeah, it's insane actually. I'm glad my theory was correct. I've been thinking about that for so long. Like, God damn it.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on a little bit. So. COVID happens, right? Everybody dealt with COVID their own way. What did Infiltration do for those 2 years?
I think COVID happened in 2020, early 2020. So I tried to making some offline place in South Korea, and I met a lot of good people. And we played together for Street Fighter 5. And I met, what about Africa TV guys? Africa TV is Korean Twitch. So he said, if you join to Africa TV to streaming, making some events, we can support you. And then I signed to Africa TV, moved to Africa TV from YouTube and Twitch.tv. So I made some Street Fighter 5 events and Grand Blue Grand Budapest versus event in 2022. So, yeah, I worked with Africa TV for 1 year, and 2021, that beginner tournament case happened.
That's it's funny because I wasn't even going to talk about that yet, and you you did it yourself. So I mean, why not? That's the next topic. There
Yeah.
was a situation that happened March 2021 involving a rookie tournament, non-rookie players. I don't know, right? Everything is just thrown out there. I even tried to find an interview that one of the guys who ran the event talked about, but apparently it was blocked. I couldn't, right? So, what happened?
자, 이제부터 한국어로 할게요. 오케이, Korean time. 우선 2020년 1년 동안 아프리카 TV랑 스트리트 파이터 토너먼트를 잘 끝내고 2021년에는 초보자들을 위한 토너먼트를 열자. 그랑블루랑 그리고 스트리트 파이터로. 왜냐면 저의 경험을 미뤄봤을 때 한국에서 해외로 대회를 정말 많이 왔다 갔다 하면서 몸과 마음이 상했기 때문에 초보자 토너먼트를 열고 거기에 아프리카 TV의 자금력을 사용해서 돈을 많이 벌어서 그들이 좀 편하게 격투 게임으로도 먹고 살 수 있다라는 거를 알려주고 싶었어요. 그래서 토너먼트 일단 만들었습니다.
Okay, so all the way back in 2021, Infiltration and Africa TV had a great partnership, right? Doing events and stuff. And, you know, from Infiltration's life, you know, going back and forth between America, Japan, like South Korea, etc. All this traveling, you know, for, you know, pro gamer stuff, right? So what he wanted to do was open a beginners only tournament to, you know, let people know like you can actually earn money from going pro in fighting games, right? So he opened like a Street Fighter tournament, Grand Blue tournament, and using Africa TV money, he funded these beginners only tournaments to, you know, inspire beginners to get good, you know, and go pro, and yeah.
Okay, so they're saying that that you rigged the tournament by allowing non-rookie players to, in a sense, enter the tournament and win the money. What happened with that?
네, 해석 부탁드립니다.
이거 여기서 다 온라인에서 지적이 많이 나오는 게, 이게 루키 토너먼트인데 이거 초보자 온리인데 왜 갑자기 고수들 들어와서 고인물들을 왜 초대시키고 왜 고인물들이 상금이 타갔나, 다 그렇게 온라인에서 다 그렇게 얘기하는데 그거에 대해서 어떻게 생각하나요?
우선 이게 너무나 많은 잘못된 정보들이 퍼져 있고 이걸 바로 잡을 생각도 하지 않고 있어서 제가 명확히 얘기해드리면은 스트리트 파이터 그러니까 그랑블루 초보 토너먼트를 끝내고 스트리트 파이터 5 토너먼트를 끝내고 난 다음에 이 얘기가 나왔어요. 왜냐면 사람들이 많이 얘기하는 게 1위를 한 사람이 그랑블루에서 굉장히 유명한 플레이어인데 사실 그렇게 유명하지도 않았지만 랭크가 좀 높았다라는 이유였어요. 근데 이 사람이 그랑블루에서 잘하는데, 그러니까 한마디로 이제 커뮤니티의 입장은 그랑블루에서 꽤 잘하고 초보자가 아닌데 왜 이 사람을 스트리트 파이터 초보자 토너먼트에 들여보냈냐라는 거거든요. 하지만 그 선수는 일단 20대 초반이고 스트리트 파이터를 한 번도 해본 적이 없는 선수였어요. 근데 격투 게임을 꽤 잘하는 편이어서 그랑블루에서 높은 랭크를 가지고 있었고 그거를 제가 막을 수는 없었어요. 제가 이미 규칙도 모두 공개를 했고 이거는 계급으로 결정을 하는 거지 이 사람의 뭐 과거나 그런 걸 제가 다 신상을 다 팔 수는 없잖아요. 그래서
네.
그 선수가 우승한 다음에 많은 얘기들이 나왔습니다.
So what happened was this pro player who entered the Street Fighter tournament wasn't really a Street Fighter player to begin with. Like this player was originally Grand Blue player. He's really good at Grand Blue and played other fighting games, but he never played Street Fighter before. So like he's been learning, you know, because of the past fundamentals, right? So He's like, because of the past fundamentals, like he's pretty good at it. But in the end, like the rules are rank based, right? It's not like we're gonna look into this guy's past and see what other game he's good at, right? Uh, the rules are just rank based, so he couldn't really do anything about it. He didn't like know he was like really good at Street Fighter as well, even though he was new at Street Fighter, technically with the ranks and stuff. So that's what happened.
Also,
그리고 yeah.
also, um, just to highlight some things there, like I didn't see any motive for Infiltration, like to rig something. Like, what is he there to gain? Why would he rig it? Like, what's the motive there? Shit didn't make sense. So that's just what I'm saying. Like, it didn't make sense. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Infiltration, you were going to say something?
좀 더 디테일하게 얘기를 보면은 그래서 지금 설명드린 거에 그리고 이게 초보 토너먼트였지만 아프리카 TV의 스폰서를 받고 있었기 때문에 총 상금이 한 그때 당시 한 $500 정도가 됐어요. 각각 스트리트 파이터, 그랑블루 각각 아프리카 TV의 자금력이 꽤 괜찮았기 때문에 정말 많은 돈을 2020년 그리고 초보 토너먼트에 쓸 수가 있었고 그것 때문에 사람들이 좀 더 민감하지 않았나 싶기는 해요. 실제로 지금 스트리트 파이터 6가 200만 불 총 상금을 얘기하니까 사람들이 난리가 난 것처럼 그래서 좀 더 민감했던 것 같고 하지만 이것까지도 예상을 해서 혹시나 그랑블루든 스파든 우승자는 두 번 다시 이 대회에 나오지 못한다. 말 그대로 초보자 토너먼트이기 때문에 졸업한다는 느낌으로 우승하면 넌 이제 초보자가 아니야. 빠이빠이. 이제 고수의 세계로 가. 이런 규칙까지도 만들었어요. 근데 사람들은 일단 뭐 잘못된 정보를 퍼뜨리고 이제 잠입이 조작을 했다. 이런 식으로 흘러가더라고요.
So what happened there was, again, when Africa TV and this partnership has been fruitful, right? A lot of money involved. Grand Blue tournament, beginner tournament, $500 prize pool. Street Fighter, $500. So he kind of gets why people were sensitive about it, and there was a lot of uproar. But there's this rule where in the beginner tournament, like if you win the tournament, like you're banned forever. Like you're not allowed to enter this again. It's kind of like a graduation type of deal where, okay, you won this beginner tournament. Now you're good. Like go play somewhere else, right? So there is that a bit of nuance that people didn't catch, and people were uproar about it.
Yeah, I definitely didn't know that. And again, as Champ said, it doesn't, like, there is nothing to gain really from Infiltration, rigging a bracket, freaking trying to get somebody to win money that's not his. I always found that a little bit weird. But
Yeah.
again, especially if there is more events happening and a person is good at another game, because I heard, and it's weird too, because they mentioned that you were only really wanting one person to win, but apparently the guy who got second, or at least a bunch of the people, were also good in other games, if I'm not mistaken. So at that point, that's a lot. Like, what can you do about it, right? Do you ban them all, right? So it was definitely a iffy situation, and it's definitely not something that I think should have been blown up that bad. But it did, and of course, it was another thing that they just used to attack Infiltration. And, it definitely sucks. But with that said, let's move on to the next big one. And this one is actually a two-parter because they both happened around the same day, if not 2 days apart. So, it's funny too because I wrote it in my notes. I wrote banned again ? But not for saying the N-word. And I also had to make sure. Now this is the weird thing about this situation. I had to actually remember that before that whole thing, right? Before that whole thing happened, he already had gotten the notice that he was banned, right? Of course, I had to make sure from Infiltration himself. I had to look it up because it seems to me that too many people kept saying that the reason he got banned was for the N-word, which is obviously not true, right? So, right, that's why I wrote, question marks. Before we get into the climax of your stream, right, what happened at the end, it was, I may have this date wrong, May 20th, 2022, and you started off the stream by saying you were officially banned from Combo Breaker and Evo. At that point, it was speculation on why you got banned, but did you ever get an exact reason?
그 2020년도 5월 때 자미님이 스트림을 하셨을 때 그 소식이 돌았잖아요. 그게 콤보 브레이커랑 에보에서 밴 당했다. 그 콤보 브레이커랑 에보 측에서 이유를 줬나요?
정확히 기억이 납니다. 2022년 5월 20일 아침 9시에 콤보 브레이커로 일단 콤보 브레이커랑 에보랑 몇 분 차이로 동시에 이메일이 왔고 내용은 간단했습니다. 자밈 너가 그 코드 오브 컨덕트, 그러니까 여기 규정을 어겼다. 대회에서 지켜야만 하는 규정을 어겼기 때문에 우리들은 밴을 할 거고, 이 밴에는 CEO, ECT, ICFC 그리고 콤보 브레이커가 동의를 했다라는 내용이었는데, 그냥 규정집에 대한 링크만 달아주고 제가 어떤 규칙을 어겼는지를 아예 말해주지 않았어요. 예, 그게 진실입니다. 제가 이미 이메일 내용도 보여드린 적이 있었어요.
Okay, he remembers exactly what happened. It was 9 in the morning. He got email from Combo Breaker, and few minutes later, he got an email from Evo. It was generally the same letter, so I'm just gonna say it as if the same thing. Combo Breaker and Evo said, "You have violated our code of conduct, thereby you're banned." But here's the thing. They didn't specify why Infiltration got banned, what kind of code of conduct he violated. They didn't say nothing. They just gave a link to the code of conduct, and that was it.
Wow. So now a lot of people mentioned a bunch of reasons why you got banned, right? Again, it could still be from the past. It could be from the bracket, situation. And of course, they're saying that the N-word, but that's obviously not true. So what rule do you think you broke, if there was a rule? Did you check over the code of conduct to see what happened? Or do you think that this was made already like weeks in advance? Do you think this was a decision that they already had, considering that you might be coming back?
그 에보로 돌아온 이후로 그 밴을 먹은 이유가 그 코드 컨덕트에서 뭘 어겼는지 예상은 할 수 있나요? 그리고 그 밴을 당했을 때, 그리고 그 밴을 먹은 이유가 그 코드 컨덕트 이유가 아니라 혹시 자밈님이 돌아올까봐 밴을 당한 건지 질문을 하시더라고요.
사실 여러 가지 이유가 같이 이제 복합한 이유가 같이 있겠죠. 혼재되어 있겠죠. 우선
네.
제가 2019년 이보에 참가를 했습니다. 그래서 거기서 아무런 규칙도 어기지 않았죠.
네.
그렇죠? 그거는 모두가 알고 있을 거예요. 제가 어떤 일도 하지 않았고 어떤 잘못도 저지르지 않았습니다. 그리고 그 이후 2020년 CPT 온라인이었나, 거기도 참가를 했고 아무런 문제가 있지 않았어요. 그 이후로 참가한 모든 대회에서. 하지만 그들은 밴을 어쨌건 했고, 대충 예상해 볼 수 있는 건 여러 가지 있죠. 이제 자미비란 선수의 이미지가 좋지 않고 와이프를 때렸다고 했고, 그리고 2022년에 밴을 당한 거기 때문에 앞서 말했던 그 아프리카 TV 얘기가 커뮤니티에 돌아서 또 저에 대한 새로운 오해가 생겼고, 얘를 우리가 안고 가는 건 좀 브랜드 이미지상 좋지 않다. 하지만 우리가 과거의 얘를 2019년, 2020년 대회에 출전시켰기 때문에 우리가 스스로 입으로 너 이런 이유 때문에 밴을 할 거야 라고 말할 수는 없어요. 왜냐면 아무런 이유가 없으니까.
음.
그렇다고 우리 이미지 때문에 너를 밴할 거야 라고도 말 못하죠. 부끄럽고 그거는 너무나도 치졸한 짓이니까 라고 생각하고 있습니다. 그리고 이제 대화를 차단했죠. 어떤 커뮤니케이션도 없고 제가 뭐 이메일도 보내봤고 트위터에다가 에보나 콤보 브레이크를 태그해서 대화를 해보자라고 해도 응답하지 않았어요. 그래서 굉장히 안타깝고 좀 부끄러운 행동이라고 생각하고 있습니다.
So what he says, he kind of guesses because of the past like stuff that happened. You know, like whole incident with ex-wife. You know, that bracket situation, etc. That's what he guesses because when he went to Evo in 2019 and later online CPT, he didn't really do anything to like violate code of conduct, right? So that can't really be the reason. So what he guesses is it's probably the bad image, right? Like Infiltration's got that really bad image in the FGC. So like he guesses that's the reason, but the reason why they didn't really say anything officially, the reason, just say code of conduct, right? Code of conduct BS, because he guesses it would be too shameful to say, oh, you're not good for our brand image. You know, like if you come to our tournament, our brand image is ruined. They can't really say that, can't they? Right? In the official statement, no less. Or like they can't really like say out loud, like, oh, you did this with your ex-wife, you did this with the bracket. Like, as a tournament in a brand, like they can't really say that out public, right? So that's what he guesses. Like Infiltration is like, oh, maybe they just said code of conduct BS because they didn't want to say any of those things when they banned Infiltration.
That's, I'm just going to start off by saying that's absolutely ridiculous because, if you, right now, you're sitting in a room, right? You're looking at a screen and you see me and F-Champ right in front of you. Look, like, all I can do really is use myself as an example, right? Your situations, right, was obviously 2018, all right? And then, of course, the tournament was March 2021. So, your band, right, May 20th, 2022. So, obviously at this point, Evo's coming up, and now that I remember you talking about that you had your flights and stuff ready to go to these tournaments, and just for them to tell you no. I 100% think you're right that they just didn't want to look bad, but at the same time, if that was the case, why aren't more people banned? Let's just be honest. Why was I still allowed? All right, I got let go from Evil Geniuses. I got dropped from the Summit of Time, and then so many other situations, right? So why was the exception me, and of course other people that got in trouble, but you weren't allowed, right? And I think it's crazy to me, and I would love to have an answer, and I'm pretty sure Infiltration, you would love to have an answer as well, So this goes out to whoever the hell is on that bogus code of conduct team. Why was Infiltration banned in the first place, right? But now this is where things get rough because of what happened afterwards, right? And you already know what I'm going to talk about, right? So throughout this whole thing, right, I understand that you're upset. This definitely sucks, and it's 100% unfair. All that stuff that happened, and you did your time. You're just trying to play video games. Like, at the end of the day, you are in trouble for nothing that has to do with video games. This is your job, all right? You just want to see if you can win. And a lot of people, including me, right, and of course F-Champ, want to see you try to win as well, right? They just want to see you compete. So you get banned for that. Now, in the case with the N-word, I understand you use an example, right? And it blew up in your face. But why did you say it on stream? Why did you let the world know that? And instead of, just saying it as the N-word, you used the A. And I understand the context. I get it. I mean, think about it. This is the FGC. I'm not even going to mention who says the N-word, but it's definitely everybody. Why did you say it on stream?
그 스트림 있잖아요. 그 스트림에 대해서 굳이 이거 그 단어를 얘기 안 해도 이거 설명할 수 있었던 건데 왜 굳이 그 A를 달아서 그 단어를 얘기했느냐 궁금해하죠.
우선 제가 영어에 대해서 완벽하게 이해하지 못하고 있는 한국인이고 그 N 워드에 대해서 한 10년, 10몇 년 전에 미국에서 그 단어의 뜻을 배웠어요. 그래서 정확히는 어떤 선수가 그 N 단어를 사용을 했고 저는 깜짝 놀랐어요. 옛날에. 야, 그거 나쁜 소리 아니냐? 인종차별 단어 아니냐? 했는데 이 N 워드는 여러 가지 좀 파생이 있는데 여러 가지 조합이 있는데 어떤 거는 흑인들끼리만 사용하는 좀 거친 말이지만 이거는 발음이 조금 다르고 친한 친구들끼리는 사용할 수 있는 야, 너 베스트 프렌드야, 야 임마 정도로 사용할 수 있다 라는 걸 배웠고 그래서 그 단어를 지금 이 상황에서 사용해도 큰 문제는 없겠다라고 그 당시 스트림을 할 때 생각을 했었죠. 그리고 그러니까 제 말의 뜻은 그거였어요. 네가 나에게 아시아인을 욕하는 단어를 사용하든 내가 너에게 흑인을 비하하는 단어를 사용하든 우리가 친하고 끈끈한 커뮤니티면 큰 문제가 없다. 하지만 요즘 사람들은 모든 것에 너무 민감하기 때문에 이런 상황이 나오는 것 같다라는 용도로 사용을 했던 거죠. 물론 방송에서 굳이 사용하진 않았어도 되는 것 같은데 그때 당시에는 저도 좀 생각이 짧았다고 생각합니다.
Okay. First off, Infiltration is Korean, and he's accustomed to Korean culture, right? It's no big surprise. So when about a decade ago, about 10 to 15 years ago, when he traveled, abroad to compete, he heard someone say the N-word, and he was kind of shocked, right? Because he was kind of taught that like the N-word, no matter the context, is racist. Isn't that racist, right? Like, isn't that like rude to like say? But the person who said the N-word kind of explained to him, oh no, like this word is like you say it in like you can say it in a bit of a friendly context. It could be said like it is a word used among like African Americans in a bit of a rough manner, or like it can be used in like a close friend type of deal. So I guess he kind of got that concept of the N word ends in an A, not like in a. He kind of got the misconception from that guy, is from what I'm guessing, and he came back with that knowledge, right? And he didn't know until he said it, like how bad that was, and after he said it, and he kind of regrets it a bit, like if he knew, like it would have been better, like yeah.
To add some context there, Infiltration was streaming for like 2 hours talking about his Evo getting bad at Evo, yada yada. So he was, telling stories about the FGC, explaining his side. And then he was telling a story about 10 years ago. His friends in the FGC can call him, hey, kimchi fried rice. But then he can also say, hey, what's up, my N-word? He was telling these stories. Okay, and then what's crazy was, in the chat, the haters clipped the part about what's up, my N-word, and posted it on Twitter. Not the entire 2-hour conversation, him explaining the story. they only took the 10-second clip of him saying the N-word. It was totally out of context. I was there on the stream, and it was so messed up. And then there's not a lot of people that actually defended him there, you know? I did, but what I'm saying is, that was crazy to me. He wasn't calling anybody that. He was telling a story of 10 years ago, right? Like, he didn't say it from 2021 or 2022 about, he didn't call anybody that. He was telling about a story that happened 10 years ago, that we can call him kimchi fried rice, and he can call some of his friends, hey, what's up, my N-word? Like, that was not being racist or anything like that. That was so crazy. Not to mention there was a language barriers. So that was so unfair, and that happened to him. So unfair, guys.
I think at this point, like, I was tuning in, you know, in and out of the stream, right? Because I woke up and I was like, the hell, Infiltration's banned again, right? Like question mark, like, wait, what the hell is going on? Like, my man's is just trying to play some video games, right? And so, like, I see you know, you posted the letter and stuff like that, right? And so right before that final situation, I'm looking at it and I'm like, damn, like, at this point, Infiltration wins, right? Like, that was what was going on in my head. You being banned again will only mean that you're going to get the most amount of sympathy possible, right? Because, you know, imagine double jeopardy, right? You get banned for something and then you get banned for it again. Like, right there, I was thinking, all right, you know, Infiltration set. Then, of course, I see the clip, all right? I see the clip and I was like, oh, snap, like, this looks really bad. You know, but if, again, when you look into the context, you're literally explaining something. Now, again, devil's advocate, it doesn't excuse the word. Of course, I have to say that, right? At the same time, I do believe that that was it, right? That was like the final straw, right? That broke the camel's back. So, I think at that point, people now justified absolutely everything. Oh, you know what? Infiltration. And now this is weird, right? What I think is crazy is that you went from getting sympathy to literally the worst person on the planet in one stream. In a span of like 2 hours. You went from, wow, we should give this guy a lot of money, to everybody now hates Infiltration. Like, it seems to me that everybody was waiting. Everybody wanted to see you fail. And it sucks because, in a sense, right, you gave them ammo, right? Now, you got so because of that, you got your Twitch banned?
Yeah, I got banned for 7 days from Twitch.
Insanity.
Yeah, they were waiting, and it sucks. They were definitely waiting. Again, you know, it does suck. I'm sorry you used the word. You know, I hope obviously, you know, you now understand. And
yeah.
And I think the crazy part too is that they didn't even give you the time to learn from it, right? Like, something like that shouldn't be like forever, you know? Like, at this point, you are now the worst person on the planet. And now it seems that people ran with it to the point where you're banned from everything because of saying the N-word. Not for no fake reason that the code of conduct gave you. Now the reason you are banned is the N-word. So it's just absolutely crazy. I mean, I guess this leads into the obvious aftermath. you've been banned from a bunch of events now, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Uh, yeah, I want to say something about the present FGC.
Go ahead.
I am so sad because 10 years ago, 12 years ago, when I played Fighter 4 in Fighter 4 era, I got a lot of international friends, and I learned by you guys, ChrisG, you, Justin Wong, AppJam, different culture, different people, different players. I learned English. I learned different culture, that food, anything, everything. So this is why I love FGC. We can do, we can make some room to conversation and the communication, play together, be better person, better player. But now, I think people forgot to thinking, and they doesn't care about the facts and truth. Yeah, I don't care about the truth. I love the drama. I love the more gossips, drama, something very interesting things. Infiltration won Evo. Oh, okay, because he is strong. But Infiltration, he beats ex-wife. Oh my God, super interesting. Let's post out on Twitter, Reddit. Yeah, we can kill his career. No more second chance. Okay, no more 3 strike out. 1 strike, you're done. Your career is up. Your career, your whole life ban, everything. So this has made me so sad. But the last 5 years, since 6 years, 5 years, since 2017, 18, make me more stronger. I don't care about the haters. Now I know who are my true friend is. And I feel the TOs and who has power and money, very, very famous in US FGC, they afraid me. They afraid me. Because imagine guys, if Infiltration is nothing, he just got 0-2 in a pool, he always losing, he always lost very fast in the tournament, they doesn't care about myself. But Infiltration has possibility to winning. So they afraid me. So, and this is fact. So that makes me, I am very strong. So I'm very confident. I'm innocent. So I don't care about that. I'm still love the FGC who playing fighting games, not fake FGC. Not Twitter guys, Reddit guys who making 5-second, 10-second clips. But yeah, do you can do. I'm still here. I'm gonna back, and I will be new champ.
Oh yeah, that's.
I believe.
That's definitely what I like to hear. As you mentioned, right, the Twitter and Reddit guys and stuff. As I was trying to find the truth, right, and obviously doing this interview with you, most of the facts were not facts. A lot of it was fake. A lot of it was he said, she said. Of course, when I would click on links, they would show me different things. And again, all I wanted to know was, even if it's not the truth, at least things that happened, all right? But of course, you can't find anything, and it's pretty much, yeah, he's banned for this, he's banned for that. I saw like a whole bunch of articles. I saw like a 8-page article just hating on you. And I'm like, I just want to know what happened. Like, I don't care about how you feel about something. I just want to know, is this true or not? All right? And again, I love the fact that you said that. You got to be strong. You got to be strong, and they're afraid of a champion. You are right when you say that the only reason why you are banned is not because it's not because you did or may have done, right, something. It's because you're good. You are banned because you're good. Make no mistake on that. If you were the O2 scrub, you would be allowed to go to Evo. If you were the O2 scrub, you would have been allowed to go to Combo Breaker. So let's just call a spade, right? Let's literally throw all the cards on the table. We know you were banned because you're good. All right. Now,
Like-
go ahead.
Like, okay. Also, if people are caring about what they do in these tournaments, right? If they care so much about what people do in their personal lives, right? And obviously, like whatever happened in infiltration happened in his personal life, right? And so they don't let him attend his events. Well, do you honestly believe like every single person that attends the tournament are clean, has never done anything bad in their life, like didn't do anything bad, like with the law or anything? So they should start banning all these people then, like, if that's the case. But then since they're not champions, nobody care about them. Like, it's okay, they can still go to the tournament with no issues. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, I mean, I understand if somebody did something wrong, okay, so they should deserve punishment. But how about those other guys?
Yeah, quick, real, actually true story. And this has happened multiple times, right? So, of course, I've told you guys, right, that I used to get a lot of threats, right, especially for the whole situation that happened. There has been situations, multiple situations, where I will get a death threat. ChrisG, if you come to this tournament, again, I'm not going to mention tournaments and I'm not going to mention TOs, right? Because they know who they are. All right? I've gotten death threats. You come to this tournament, I'm going to swing on you. I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to hit you with a stick, so on and so forth. All right?
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
I have told those exact TOs, hey, somebody is threatening me. This is the person, blah, blah. They go, all right, we'll just keep them away from you. Wait, what do you mean? Keep them away from you? They're still allowed at the tournament? Oh, yeah, they're still allowed. What do you mean? He literally told me he's going to beat me up. And are you for real? You're just going to let this rock? So, yeah, there's been a lot of situations, and again, there's been public situations that people have actually shown where, oh, I don't feel safe. Okay, let me know. Oh, this guy said he's going to do something. They're at a tournament. Why aren't those people banned? Why aren't the actual bad people banned? It doesn't make any sense, but of course, they have to make examples. In Infiltration, as sad as this is, you are the best example. The best player coming to win the tournament, you need to get banned.
Yeah, and one more. And now, people hate who's speaking facts and true. For example, ChrisG, I remember that 12 years ago, NCR 2011, 12, I forgot what events. You complained about the PlayStation 3 input lag and slowdown. I remember that situation, that moment. And I was one of the guy understand you because I play Street Fighter 4 and Cross Tekken and the KOF 13 and Marvel vs. Capcom. Even I wasn't top player. PlayStation 3 sucks.
Oh,
Xbox
yeah.
360, yeah. Everybody knows it.
Everybody knows. For
Xbox
sure.
360 versus PlayStation 3. PlayStation, low tier. Xbox, not top tier, but high tier. No slowdown. Input lag is okay. So, you complained about the PlayStation 3, but people doesn't understand you. But I understand you. So, people blame you, but... So, this is one of the example why people hating someone who's speaking truth. They has no knowledge, they has no experience, what is wrong, what is right. They doesn't care about the fact and truth. They are very emotional. So, ChrisG complained about the PlayStation 3 after he lost, blah, blah, blah. But it's not true. You just complained about the console, PlayStation 3. Even you were emotional. Yeah, I was stand of you.
Speaking of that exact moment, speaking of this whole situation, speaking of getting banned and stuff, right? So, after that, during that same tournament, they started chanting, right? It started with PS3 lag, right? They started chanting over and over again as I'm winning the tournament. I ended up winning the tournament. But it evolved into super F word. They were saying super F word. They were chanting it. And it was just funny to me. And I'm just like, they're allowing this. They're allowing the public hate of me. They're allowing it. They're encouraging it. Like, by cursing, by using a bad word. A word that I had just got in trouble for. I just got in trouble for using that word. And they're chanting it. You know what? It's literally, it's comedy. It's comedy, but that's neither here nor there.
The standard.
Yeah, exactly, right? Standard. So
The standard.
I guess you know one of the. Oh, go ahead. You say something?
Well, the thing is, like, the real question is, what are we gonna do to get Infiltration, like, eligible to play again? Because I luckily I can play, or I was never really banned from Evo to begin with. I was only banned by ECT. Oh my god, that's such a big loss. I haven't been to ECT since 2013, and then they banned me. Like, bro, I had no plans on going to their tournament, but then they banned me for clicks. But so I got banned for ECT, and I think I don't know what else, but oh yeah, the Pro Tour series, which I wasn't really competing because I was in the Philippines. So it was crazy. And then I went to the United States, and, you know, I wasn't really competing during that time. But so I just hope that you're able to compete again really soon, Infil. I really do.
Has anybody mentioned if you are able to compete in the future
Yeah.
to Infiltration? Has anybody mentioned anything about being unbanned?
I have no idea.
So from that moment, hold on, from May 20th, 2022 to today, are you still not allowed at Evo?
I think so. Because when I tried to enter Evo Japan 2023 this year, they sent an email after the day, you banned from Evo US, so you cannot attending Evo Japan 2.
Oh, man.
What?
I think Evo Japan is part of Evo US. Yeah, Evo brand. So I cannot go to Evo Japan. This is official. I got email.
That absolutely sucks.
Also, I'm not gonna say what events they banned me, but I tried to go into kind of one of archival events in US and EU tournaments, but they say, I'm sorry, Infil, you cannot enter my tournament because of that reason, because of this, because that. But it's okay. I can understand because they doesn't want to get a damage for their brand image.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But-
I respect that.
But what can we do to fix that? Or also, are you doing anything to fix it?
Yes, I am working really hard with my lawyer to collecting evidence what my ex-wife and toxic Korean community they did together.
Okay.
So this
Yeah,
is still going on right now.
Yeah, still going on.
Jesus
but
Christ.
yeah, because of the COVID-19, that since COVID-19 happens, everything stopped.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I worked over 5 years, 6 years only for this. And it's working. Yeah, it works a bit. Finally, I found some guy who tried to kill my gaming career my whole life with my ex-wife. Because that one of a Korean guy, he has a power, he has a money, he has some friends who hate infiltration. Now, he organizing some Korean online community. And last year he streamed about myself. Yeah. and he showed
Jesus Christ.
to his viewer, I worked with Infiltration ex-wife to kill his career in public. I don't know why he did. And
Well,
fortunately,
here we go. Part 2.
yeah, fortunately, I recorded the whole video. So I got clips, I got whole video, a full version. And one of my viewers said that guy who attacked Infiltration U, he ran out from the community because so many people hate him. But it's so long. I don't know how long should I wait
Yeah.
for reveal everything.
Yeah, you should just wait for your lawyer's advice. You know, don't reveal everything on stream.
Yeah,
Like, but
Of course.
Yeah, I do wish you get advanced soon because, you know, I feel like you have a very good chance of winning that milli. You know, that million.
yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it. I really do.
I think.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So with right, I guess that leads to one of the final questions. Even though this is all happening, obviously you just said you're still dealing with some court stuff. Street Fighter 6, and now there's Capcom Cup, right? I don't know if you're going to be able to enter that, right? But here we are hoping, because again, what's going on with you does not involve the FGC, right? And I have my own little motto: don't mess with a person's money. All you're trying to do is just compete and try to make money, right? So I think 100% that you should be allowed to play Capcom Cup. But, you know, regardless, what are your plans? What are your plans for the future? What are your plans for Street Fighter 6?
Yeah, of course I'm gonna play Street Fighter 6 100%, but I'm not gonna chase the money. I don't care about the 1 million, 2 million, 1 billion. I don't care. Yeah, it will be life-changing money, but if you change the money, you're gonna lose your way. Just
Yes.
focus to win first, then money follow you.
Yes.
Easy. It's
I
easy.
totally agree. I always had that mindset. I never really worry about the money part because if you're passionate enough because you love what you're doing, money will follow. So, you know, it's like I play it. I play it just because I love it, you know. And then if you make money out of it, then that's just a bonus.
Yeah.
So,
So-
what characters are you looking forward to right now?
This game looks so deep, so I'm gonna play almost every characters, but no grapplers like Zangief, the
Yes.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you go, oh, fuck Zangief. I don't hate this character personally. So I'm gonna play Jury 100% and every shorter characters. Waiting for some DLC characters like maybe Akuma or Ed, one of my main characters in Street Fighter 5. So I have interest in almost every characters, yeah, including brand new characters, the Marisa, Manon, and Lily, and more.
Oh yeah, for sure. You already know. I mean, look, I'm looking forward to you playing, but I think one of the things that I'm definitely looking forward to is not losing to you in tournament again.
Jesus Christ. The best thing to do is just
Just
the best
quit.
thing to do is just avoid him. Just avoid him. That's all I'm saying. I just avoid him. Try to beat everybody else. If you run infiltration, like shit. Who am I gonna fight in losers? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just prepared. Actually, you know, for Street Fighter 6, I'm really excited, obviously, to play Dawson. I think he's like super good, like with his design. But I also want to play JP because I really like his style as well. So far, I like 2 characters in that game. So I'm really excited. Also, the fact that the online of that one is going to be way better, you know, so it's going to be very easy to practice. But also the knowledge of, like, you know, let's say Infiltration is playing under Infiltration, and then he's doing all the cool shit. Every single person out there can literally download your replays and just watch all your tactics, you know? So
There's
like
gonna be a lot of learning going on. That's for
a
sure.
lot. Like, so if Infiltration does something cool, it's like, oh my god, people gonna download his replay and then kind of make a YouTube video out of it. It's gonna be all over Twitter, and it's gonna be crazy like that. So I think it might be good for the first year to just have a secret account. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just call it like, I don't know, whatever name. You know, like, yeah, anything. Yeah.
I see.
Any other plans besides for Street Fighter 6? Anything else that you're trying to do? You trying to make any more videos or guys? Are you still doing the LAN center?
Lancer, you mean this place?
Yes.
Yeah, I made this place last year, October. I called it Fight Club. Every PC setup, 7 PC setups, and because of the no input lag, super fast load times, and everything is free. Free water, yeah, water is very important. And no entry fee for tournament.
No entry fee?
No entry fee. I spent a lot of money, guys. FGC, if you visit South Korea, just let me know. Discord, email, anything, it's okay. Everything is free.
Wow.
Yeah, I opening here Saturday and Sunday. And everything is free. Free water, free to play, free to enter the tournament. Sometimes free Korean barbecue. Only sometimes.
Damn. My man's
Damn,
making
that's
it sound like the greatest place
insane.
ever.
I told you, I don't chase the money.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yes. Okay, let me just share a quick story about these secret names. So, when Street Fighter V came out, it had a beta, right? It had a beta period by Capcom. So I said, you know what? I'm not gonna put my name as FChamp Brian, so people would not know it's me. So people would not see my my early tech, whatever, with my character. So I started playing people like on, you play online, they're testing online, right? So I started botting everybody, literally everybody with my Dawson. But my name is like, I didn't name myself FChamp Ryan or FChamp. I named myself Let's Go Dog. For some reason, after a few hours, front page of Event Hubs, FChamp High Level Dawson, all over the fucking website. I'm like, what the fuck? My name's failed big time. It's like everybody knew it was me.
Who wouldn't know it was you?
Everybody knew it was me. I never said on Twitter. I never posted anything. But then Event Hub's #1 fucking posted shit and say like FChamp Ryan's fucking insane Dawson, whatever, all over the fucking place. I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, so next time I'm gonna be a little bit better with my name because I named myself Let's Go Dog. For some reason, everybody knew it was me. Yeah, so I'm gonna be better next time.
Yeah, I told you, people doesn't care about the facts and truth. Even that wasn't you. Yeah.
They would have said it anyway.
Yeah. If some people find some footage or videos who playing jury, his jury history is so insane. So he will be infiltration. Yeah, he is infiltration. I'm gonna upload my YouTube channel. Blah 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 blah. People doesn't care about the truth.
Damn.
For the money.
Well, Infiltration, look, I hope there's justice, as much as the next person. I hope someday you're allowed to compete, and I hope it's actually soon. I hope you are allowed to enter Evo. But again, I don't make the rules. I do wish there was more that we could do. Obviously, the public, you guys watching the stream, you can do something about it. Talk to your local TOs. Maybe not local, maybe big name TOs. Try to get some answers. See, I think Infiltration is showing that he just loves the FGC. He's mentioned it already, and I think he just wants to compete. Like, just let my man just play some video games. That's why we're here. We're in the FGC to play some video games. I don't want to.
Can we do a reset? Can we do a reset? Like, okay, let's just forgive everything. Let's just start over. Everybody gets a clean slate. Let's just start over. Okay? They can even do. Well, I would fail this. What if they have to say, okay, we're gonna forgive everybody, but nobody can talk. You can't talk a single time. You don't do any interviews. I'm gonna fail that shit the first day, mind you. I'm gonna fail that. But I'm saying that's gonna be very hard. But I'm saying like, like give them all a clean slate. Even though I was okay now, but still like I feel like I wish everybody gets given a second chance at least for the new game.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to say,
no, go ahead.
you go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was
Okay.
I was just gonna mention that he, you're in your cases, you haven't shown to have a consistent, bad reputation. I think that's the thing that people don't seem to understand. Even in my case, right, and even in F Champ's case, right, we are a-holes, every other weekend. We might say and do dumb stuff. We might freaking curse someone out, and even if it's obviously in fun, but we do these things, right? A lot of the FGC do these things. Korn was around, all these other hype guys, all these other people, and
Yep.
we're out here just saying and doing some stuff, right? And now,
Mhm.
I think at this point,
Fuck.
yeah, you might just be the odd one out. Like, if this is a sea of bad people, you are the odd one out. It doesn't. If we're all bad, then what does that make you? Freaking
Oh my
Satan?
god. I really
The
want to see
devil?
Infiltration. I really want to see Infiltration
I-
play again.
I miss you guys too.
For
Mhm.
sure.
I
Yeah.
think the most of important in fighting game community is trust, love, and communication. Because I love you guys. Because I love fighting games. I love you guys as a person, as a friend, as a player, and I think that 10 years ago, we trust each other. Yeah, nobody blamed each other, and we loved each other, and we didn't chase the money. But now we have a lot of money. People focus to be famous as a streamer, player, the sponsor player. Yeah, no more second chance. But one of my life motto is I always learning by my past, my mistake. So, if Combo Breaker and Evo, Capcom, they said, you did that, you did wrong this one, you did this. And then I learned my mistake, but they didn't say anything. So this is why I am so sad.
So
After after I lost the tournament, I always thinking so much in airplane over 10 hours.
Oh
What
yeah.
I did. Yeah, what I did. What was my mistake? And then I can be more stronger, right? But now in 2023, people doesn't like to study and grow up. The conversation, communication, talking. That's really sad. But I believe the real power of FGC. So when I back to FGC again, and if I can competing again, I believe fighting game community will be more better than 10 years ago, 1 year ago, than yesterday.
I wish. Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
We're all rooting for that for sure. Infil, before you go, I would like to ask you a question.
Yeah.
About your training. How many hours have you played? Like, your standard, like, if you're going to train for a big tournament, how many hours did you play for a day? Or for a 1 week, how many hours? Just example. Just an
yeah,
example.
Yeah, for example. Yeah, few videos asked
Mhm.
me like that, how many hours you play per day, blah blah. But I don't play a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to. Oh, if you are teenager and 21, 22, if you are a young player, you can play whole day. But
Yeah.
now I am 38 years old because I was born 1985. I'm getting
Mhm.
old, so I have to practice and get some rest and think.
Yeah.
Now I know how to be stronger. Play
Yeah.
3 hours, 4 hours, and then think and review your matches and study your opponent. Now we have YouTube, Twitch. There's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of things to train to study your opponent. So I
Okay.
play 3 hours, 4 hours, and
Mm-hmm.
rest of my day, I always watching YouTube and Twitch
Yeah.
to study. So I focus to fighting game stuffs 11 hours, 12 hours
Mm-hmm.
every day.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. But okay, so that's now because now you don't have to play as much because you've gotten so much experience and so much more knowledge throughout the time that you've been playing. So you obviously gotten better as a player overall. So my that question, like how about like around 2010, 2011, 12 up to like 2015? How many hours were you training? Obviously watching videos is training because you're studying, right? It's not you're not just playing. So how many hours do you think like do you normally play?
Normally in
Yeah.
2000, yeah, I'm gonna say 2012. When I play is 2 games, Cross Tekken and Street Fighter 4. I played 13 hours every day, at
Damn.
least, at least.
That's what's up right there.
Yeah, when I play with Laugh,
That's why he's better than me.
yeah, we played first 50. Okay, first 50 Akuma versus Ryu and Ryu mirror match. Another first 50, and yeah, one more. Okay, Akuma and Ken. One more first 50. So first 50, 3 sets, 4 sets, and then we play together 2v2 cross Tekken online matches over 9 hours, 8 hours.
That's what's up.
Yeah, almost every day.
That's what's up.
You see, that's the
That's
thing
what's
too.
up.
I feel like also it does also depend on what game, because I do feel like 15 hours, or 15, like 11 hours a day playing in Street Fighter 4 could make you a literal scientist. You will learn the option for everything. In Street Fighter 5, I do believe that if you train for 11 hours a day, I still might do wake up sweep at V trigger, and you still might lose the game. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Uh,
like I beat Tokido in Street Fighter 5 with Guile, just doing Sonic Boom Flash Kick, and then I might dash forward upside down kick. It's just a 50-50. Like it just happens. You are not invincible for Street Fighter 5. In Street Fighter 4, again, you can. The longer you play, oof, you will sweep every backdash.
I think in Street Fighter 4 days, like 2009, 10, 11, 12, when I was playing Street Fighter 4 a lot, I was playing with like John Choi and Ricky Ortiz and some of the NorCal guys. I was trying to like get good in fighting games. I was really playing like 12 hours a day, 13 hours a day, trying to understand the concept of what makes somebody good, and I was losing a lot. Like I was losing like 60 games in a row to Ricky Ortiz and John Choi, okay, like nonstop. But I never stopped. Like I never gave up. And then I was like, it's like, you know what? On Monday, my goal is to beat John Choi like maybe 2 games, okay. So now when you play first at 20, I'm gonna get 2 games. It's like, okay, I improve, I guess. So it's like I have to build like some steps, so I don't kill my confidence or my belief in myself. And then it's like, okay, next week I'm gonna get 5, and then I did that. And then after that, okay, I'm gonna beat this guy like maybe 10 times in a first to 20, and then so on. It's like kind of like a ladder. And then I started getting better and better. So after a year of like nonstop losing, I end up understanding more concept of the game. And then they would randomly, I get to play with Uncle Vae, who has taught me so much like in-game real life situations in the game. And then I was able to play with Combo Fiend a lot. Like it was like, oh my god, it opened my eyes to a whole new different style of greatness, because like these guys are absolute legends that so I learned that way. But then when Marvel 3 came out, that's when I lost my life, because I was
That's where the
playing
scientist comes in.
That's when 16-hour days happened. Like I was a super maniac. Like I was playing 16-hour days. Okay, so it's like and then I brought everybody over to the house. I got a big house so I can play with different people. My hands, my fingertips. I told the story a few times already. My fingertips got blister, so it started hurting. It had blister, kind of like a bubble. my fingertips because I was playing so much. But then I did not want to stop because if I stop, I felt that my opponents are gonna improve. So I learned how to play with these parts of my finger, which is like the inner parts of my finger, you know. So I end up playing the stick like this. So I got
man,
good playing.
That sounds rough. How the
I swear.
hell?
Yeah, I started playing like this. So while my fingertips were healing, but since this one didn't have any callus, after 3 days, it started blistering too. But then at least my fingertips actually healed. So I was back at it again. I was a super maniac. Like, I didn't stop playing at all. I just kept playing. I was like, I just love fucking playing fighting games. And I knew that there's gotta be a price. There's gotta be like a reward somewhere there. Like with all the hard work that I put in. So I just didn't stop. So I when it comes to, that's why I want to ask, like, you guys, you know, the amazing players that you guys are, how did you guys train? Because I trained like a super maniac. I didn't care about anything else that's happening in life, but how to play better.
My training was going to 4 tournaments a week in 3 different states.
What? Like
every week
like,
I went to 4. I would go to New Jersey on Tuesdays, sometimes New Jersey again on the weekends, Connecticut sometimes, Philly whenever they threw. No matter what, every week, obviously every Wednesday was Battle Circuit Big 2. So it's weird. I actually even somewhat today, I don't have traditional training. I don't. I mean, you could see it in every time we play Infiltration. Every time you've beaten me, right? I would beat your first character. You would counterpick me. And I didn't know, I still had no OSs. I didn't know how to stop backdash. All I knew how to do was how to do big combos and hit confirm, right? I had good footsies. But if you backdash, I didn't know what to do. So you literally beat me because you just had better knowledge. Like, you were just smarter than me.
Oh.
No, that's insane.
Yeah, please don't listen to that Moriga guy.
I mean, look, this is different, all right? In Marvel, you know, we had a lot of trial and error, all right? I had to pick really terrible stuff and then finally pick something good. But, yeah, in Street Fighter, I was just like, look, if I can't land low forward or jumping fierce, I don't know what to do. I would just lose.
Yeah. Like, you know what? When I was training before, every day, one of my roommate was PR Barrog, was Eduardo, and he was really good in Marvel and we were really good in Street Fighter. So we were playing both games as well. But when we were playing Marvel, we would always play first to 10. Right? Play first to 10. So for some reason, this whole week, all he did was completely destroy me. Like, he would beat me every morning, right? For the whole week. And it was like, the score was like 10-6, 10-7, 10-8, you know, 10-5, 10-4, 10-6, like that. So I couldn't beat him. I was like, but then, you know, he's going to play Street Fighter, he's going to play Marvel with other people. But every morning, we're going to play a first to 10 in Marvel, right? Like, that are official. Like, I couldn't sleep very well. So I would wake up at 4 a.m. and I would just play fucking training mode nonstop. So when he wakes up at like around 10 or 9, I am hella warmed up just to beat his ass. Mind you, we eat together, we hang out. He's my roommate, he's my friend. But I would wake up like many hours before our actual like daily set so I can beat him. And finally, I cracked the code. And I end up beating him way more than he was beating me. But then, but that gave me so much more knowledge and experience in the game. And then he's gonna beat me. Then I'm gonna beat him. Then I'm gonna come up with a new counter. Then he's gonna develop a counter to my counter. Then I'm gonna develop a new counter. And then our meta has just evolved to different branches, and it was really awesome. And that's why when you were saying about Laugh, when you were playing with Laugh, like, you only really need just one training partner that's very good. And you can do anything else already from that point. You just need one that's very good, because he will beat you, and then you will beat him, and then you guys will exchange games. Then you will understand what's wrong and what's right from different situations, and so it's like, oh my god, that's so insane that's how much you play with laugh. That's insane, and that makes sense now why you're so amazing, because you actually played so many games. Can you imagine first to 50 different characters?
I'd lose
Oh,
my
man.
mind. I would actually quit halfway through.
Mhm.
Like it's different
Insane.
too. Also, maybe if I was playing smart people, I would like it, right? Because then you're actually really you're like, oh, why does this always work? It's like, oh, because you know so and so. Like a person understands. But if I had look, I don't know about you, champ, but if I had to fight Pure Rog 100 games in a row, I'd probably quit the game.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Eduardo is so good at Street Fighter, bro. Like, he's gonna fucking kill you. Okay, so you gotta come up with some ways to beat him because he's so aggressive, right? He's gonna attack you nonstop. So
Actually,
and then you-
infiltration.
and then-
Oh, go ahead.
and then we switched to Cross Tekken. Then we switched to Marvel. Then we switched to Street Fighter. Then it's the Cross Tekken, Street Fighter. Then Rick is gonna join, and then Shady K is there. Then the other people. It's like so it's really good training, you know. I did wish like I trained more in Street Fighter 5, but due to circumstances, I stopped playing in 2017 after I got top 8 at Evo. I went to the Philippines 2018, you know, etc. And I was just there, you know. I didn't compete that hardcore anymore after that, you know. So, but that's why I wanted to play like that crazy again, you know. So I really want to play crazy again because that's the only way I know to be great is to play
Yeah.
crazy, is to put in a lot of volume into something,
I know
because
that-
eventually
okay.
it's gonna pay off. Eventually it's gonna pay off. If you play that crazy, eventually you're gonna fucking improve.
Yeah. Infiltration, random question, all right? Speaking of crazy players, you ever had somebody that you hated playing? You were like, oh man, like even if it's playing a set, right? Or like in tournament, you ever just had that one player where you're like, oh man, this is just gonna be so annoying.
Honestly, I have no player who really hate to face in the tournament, but Street Fighter 5, the Mika players, our Mika player, every our Mika players, they are crazy, even including Knuckle Do.
Oh man, I think Knuckle Do. It's funny because like when you look at his Mika, it doesn't look like he's a Mika player. He's just playing Street Fighter 5. Like he knows how to play Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, he's very smart. He has good spacing and footsie, but when he picked Mika,
Oh
this
my
guy is
God.
so random. A 50-50, no brain.
Dog, look,
Oh my
I
God.
played
No clue
Dude's
why.
Mika so many times, and I'm just like,
She's
for
broken.
real, Mika, for real, dude. Like, you really just gonna be doing this? So yeah, 100%. Mika was that character. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh man,
are we playing the
I
same
hate that
game?
character. Mhm.
that's so insane.
Who do you
Our
think that
Mika.
that character is gonna be in Street Fighter 6? Do you think that there's a character so far where you're just like, oh man, if I run into this character in tournament, this is gonna be not fun.
No, not fun.
No, I mean for Street Fighter 6. Do you think
Six,
there's a
six.
Mika?
I don't think so. No more Mika. Because we have another command throw female character, Manon from France. She looked like Mika and Abel from Street Fighter 4.
You think she's gonna be
Oh.
cheap? All right, who do you think is cheap right now? I guess we didn't really talk about your opinions on Street Fighter 6. Who do you
Okay.
think are
Oh,
the
in-
strongest characters?
Maybe in day one, JP. Because he has a lot of projectiles, like a marble character.
Is that why Guile's super good right now too? Because his Sonic Boom is also kind of
Yeah.
annoying to deal with, even with parry.
Yeah, Guy will be top tier in day one too, because he's Guy. Yeah, Guy always high tier or top tier, but Guy is Guy. Everybody knows how to play against Guy, how to beat Guy, how strong Guy is. But JP is a brand new character, but he seems like an animation fighting game style. A lot of trap projectile, command throw projectile, normal projectile. So
Yeah.
it looks interesting.
Yeah, he definitely does. I mean, the
I wanna
the
play
game
him.
so far looks really good. I'm gonna be picking Guile and Jamie, but
Oh yeah,
a-
Jamie.
after the trailer, I'm gonna have to try out Cammy because she looks really cool,
Mhm.
and maybe other reasons, who knows? But
I want
the
to play
game is
that guy. JP, bro. JP, I want to play.
Yeah.
JP.
Yeah, I want to play him too.
It's kind of cool. But obviously, I'm going to main Dalsum. Because Dalsum is going to be so strong. And the first, I would say the first initial period of the game,
Mhm.
is going to be so strong. Like,
Yeah.
there's still going to be so many nuances that he can take advantage of. So, I really like Dalsum as well, obviously. But, yeah.
I think so.
all right.
Also, Street Fighter 6
okay.
will be. Oh yeah, you go ahead.
No. Finish.
I think Street Fighter 6 will be a similar game like Guilty Gear Strive, because I play Zato, so I hate every character except Zato. You know what? If you main Ryu in Street Fighter 6, you're gonna hate every 17 characters except Ryu. If you play JP, you're gonna hate every characters except JP. Because every character looks very strong in Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
yeah,
agree.
you are very right. In Street Fighter V, even though there was a lot of cheap and annoying stuff,
Yeah.
there were times where you just knew, all right, he can't win. But I do think with the universal mechanics of Street Fighter 6, it'll not necessarily even the playing field, because everyone has the certain tools, right? Drive rush, drive impact, and stuff like that. But I do think, and I'm hoping, that this is a game where it shows just how strong a player truly is. Right? And I haven't really seen a character just be way better than other characters, because again, every character has those tools. So, let's hope that the game is definitely in a good spot, a good balanced spot.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No?
We're all gonna
No?
die from Zangief.
Oh.
Can you imagine a grappler like Zangief with drive impact and drive rush?
Oh my god. That's
You
horrible.
know how hard it would parries too?
Oh.
That's why
But
Guile
Zangief players is
exists.
crying. Yeah, Zangief players still crying. Oh, no green hand. This character sucks.
Oh god, he's gonna be
Always.
so good. He's gonna be so good. I already know
Yeah.
it. It's gonna be a problem. I'm glad I played Dalsum. I don't even know. I think Dalsum would beat Zangief. He always does. But I'm just gonna be worried about how Zangief will beat everybody just because he's so strong. I really think that. Like it all. I mean, I think it all depends on the mix-up after a said knockdown. Let's say he does a SPD or a too late SPD or whatever. Does he get a guaranteed mix-up after that? Right? Like, because if he does get a guaranteed mix-up after it, then it's gonna be a
GG's.
problem. It's gonna be a problem because he does drive rush into that crouching short SPD or short into the pam whatever special he does. So it's gonna repeat. So I'm just saying.
I hope he doesn't have a vortex, but I feel like he's Zangief and they'll probably give him a vortex.
Because everybody has a throw loop in that game so
Yeah.
far from the beta, right? So if everybody has a throw loop, I'm pretty sure Zangief has an SPD loop. Okay, that's just.
Yeah, I was talking to Champ, right, when we were talking about Street Fighter 6, like when we first started this, and he's just like, I was just like, yeah, everyone's got a throw loop. He's like, what? No, Guile doesn't. And I'm like, oh, he definitely has a throw loop. You just drive rush, grab again, drive rush, jab, grab again. And I feel like most characters will probably have that. Even if they can't follow up with throw again, they could probably drive rush and then grab again. So, I mean, we'll see. It's definitely, there's so much speculation, so many characters, so many different play styles. And I hope, again, I guess this is the main point. I hope we get to see you again. I want to see you tear it up.
Yeah, same.
I
So,
hope
Thank you.
with that
Thank you
said,
for your time, man. Thank you.
is there any final words I know you've given a lot of wisdom, but is there anything else you would like to say?
All right, guys. FGC, this is Infiltration. Yeah. I love you guys. Love you
Aw.
guys. That's it. I love you guys so much. I'm still love fighting games to playing and the community. I can't wait to back to competing, the real FGC. Love you guys. Just love you.
Oh yeah, that's the best heart symbol.
Oh man, that's insane.
You guys make me champion. You guys make me be humble, be a better person. You guys are best sensei, senpai. Thank you so much.
For sure.
Oh man,
It's great to have
so
you.
nice.
Also, real quick shout outs to Marco. I know we
Yeah,
haven't said
Marco.
anything to you, but Marco, thanks for being a great
고맙습니다.
Marco, thank you.
the translator, the greatest translator to ever do it. I never seen someone be so just minding his business before in my life. But shout outs to Marco.
Thanks, Marco. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, for sure. Same thing for both of you. You know, give me your socials. Where can people find you? Starting with Infiltration. Where can we find you? Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, anything?
I don't care about the social medias. Hope you guys see you in the tournament.
For sure.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I respect
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And then Marco, you too. If you have any shout outs or anything, you know, social media, let the world know.
I only have Twitter, MSR103, at MSR103, and that's really it. Honestly, I don't really have much. I don't really do my social media, but yeah.
Yo, Infil.
Yeah?
By the way, I actually want to go to Korea to watch the StarCraft finals.
Let's
Like
go.
You know the ASL finals from Africa TV. I always watch StarCraft Brood War. I love Brood War. But do you play StarCraft Brood War?
Oh yeah, I did. But after StarCraft 2 comes out, I lost my all of interest to playing the StarCraft series because of the fighting game.
I see. No, makes sense. Yeah, that's what happened to me as well. But let me guess, are you a Terran player?
I play Zerg.
Oh, yeah.
shit. You play Zerg. Okay, I'm a Terran player.
Okay, Utopia.
No, he's not. Zerg is
No, no, Terra Utopia.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, man. Well, thank you, Infil.
Yeah,
We
have a
love you
great
here.
have a great day, guys. Good night.
Infiltration,
Bye.
StarCraft 2024.
Yeah, and come to Korea anytime. Just let me know.
For sure. Have a good night, guys. Thank you
Yeah.
for
Bye,
tuning
guys.
in.
Bye bye.
Peace.
Peace.